We continue to mourn with the bereaved families of our 8 heroes who, in the line of service to Mother Ghana, met their untimely death. It's a sad one. Our hearts are heavy, and we commiserate with the family. We commiserate with the President and the nation, and we pray that the good Lord himself will keep us together. An unfortunate situation, but out of that, we pray for unity, we pray for strength, we pray for peace. Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. I am Nanatifo Boate.
And my name is Chris Carter.
And I am Philip Nihlate.
Remember that the show is interactive, so feel free to join in at any time. Send in those text messages via the WhatsApp number on the screen. It could be your thoughts, it could be questions, or it could be heartfelt messages to your loved ones. And you can also use the hashtag Breakfast Daily. That's if you want to leave your thoughts and your comments on Facebook or X, which is formerly Twitter. And if you're watching us on YouTube Live right now, there's a comment section on the corner right there or right below. Just leave those comments there and we will get to read it on the show.
Yes, indeed. Let us know what you think, what your recommendations are, your suggestions, your comments, and like Chris said, whatever message it is that you want to share with us, please do same via socials and, of course, the WhatsApp number. We'll do our best to read them out. But at this point, we're a nation in grief, and so we want to appeal to the sensibilities of everybody. Let's be cautious. Let's be circumspect. As sensitive as the matter is, let's respect the privacy of the families involved and their right to grieve. Let's give them the space to be able to grieve. That said, a space is opened in front of the Jubilee House, the ceremonial gardens, where you can go and lay a flower in honor of our fallen heroes.
Well, let's help you with some reminders as we start the show. The Literacy Challenge 2025 has now moved to the second stage, and tomorrow the 50 individuals that made it to the next stage will be sitting for the aptitude test, which will be happening at the British Council, and this will take place exactly at 12 noon. So if you are aware that you are part of the top 50 for the Literacy Challenge, the next phase is the aptitude test that will be happening at the British Council here in Accra. I'm sure that by now all the top 50 contestants or candidates will be preparing to take up this aptitude test, which will be done tomorrow. Very, very important. So that is it for the second stage or level 2 of the Literacy Challenge. From this stage, it will be dropped down to 10 contestants that will be in the third phase. But if you know you're part of the top 50 contestants from across Ghana, that you've made it to round 2, be rest assured and be informed that tomorrow is the aptitude test at British Council. So parents and guardians, teachers, and all individuals that are coaching the young ones must take note.
All right, so the This is Ghana exhibition is right in the corner, and it's going to be happening on the 6th to the 7th of September 2025. And now if you're wondering what this is about, it's an exhibition for local SMEs. So if you know your business is a local SME, startups, homegrown businesses here, and innovations and indigenous corporate body right here in Ghana, you know, this is the best place for you to showcase and let Ghana and the world see what you have as a business, or say your service or your product. This is the right place for the world to know about it. So feel free to call the number 0205-973-973 for registration and payment. Don't just call and register. In fact, you need to make payment, because if you snooze, you will lose. And at the end of the day, you are just going to watch it on screen like a lot of people that do not pay early. Just, you know, they just make inquiries and then they start crying at the end of the day. But yeah, this is the right time for you to make that call. Pick up your phone and call the number 0205-973-973. You would not want to miss this, but if you do, we still have it next year. But I promise you, this is the best time for you to show the world what you have. A very big thank you to our sponsors, MTN and Side Hustle and Echo Bank. Thank you so much for holding us down.
All right, now I'm going to share a secret with you. With a secret, I want you to keep. Don't share it with anyone. Don't let anybody know about this secret. It's a secret to having the news in your pocket. Okay, and it's for you. Don't tell anyone. Okay, go onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel One News app. Okay, that's the secret. So download the Channel One News app from the Google Play Store and have access to the news on the go, wherever it is that you are. Once you have internet, you can surf the news, of course, on the Channel One News app. You get all the updates on current affairs, politics, on business, sports, entertainment, showbiz, lifestyle. We have it all there on the app. It's quite easy to download. Just go to the Google Play Store and search Channel One News, and you get the app there. And of course, the interface is quite user-friendly as well. So download it and have access to the news right in your palm, in your pockets, in your bags. That's if you're using a tablet or a laptop. And of course, keep the news with you right along with it, especially in these times where we have development stories. We'll keep updating them on our platforms, and so you have access to same on the app. Like I said, it's a secret, okay? Keep it to yourself. Don't share it with anyone.
Anyway, so we have the papers with us here. Let's start with what we have the front pages. Starting with the Inquisitor. On the front page of the Inquisitor says that after tragic helicopter crash, JM acts swiftly. Godfred Oparijan writes, Dr. Omane Boama was a unique personality. And also, Lance Minister launches a very important program. Which program is the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skill Development Program, which was launched in Obuasi.
It is this launch that the ministers were going to,
incident,
and unfortunately couldn't get there and met their untimely death.
Chachuchi Kata cancels 50th legal anniversary after tragic helicopter crash. And these are the stories you find on the front page.
His anniversary lecture was scheduled on the same day, Wednesday, August 6th at 4 p.m.
And he had to cancel
when
it.
News broke, we received communication that the event had been cancelled. Yeah.
Right. So on the front page of the Herald, we have inexperienced pilot, bad weather, human error, blamed for helicopter crash. Senior Air Force officers could be culpable. Mahama appoints acting ministers for defense and environment after tragic helicopter crash. Industrial zone giant pledges to transform Ghana's manufacturing sector, and NCA draws closer to suspend DSTV's license over price exploitation. And lastly, we have here state funeral for Omane Boama, Murtala Muhammad, and 6 others next Friday, and that's by the President, Mahama.
Right. Take you to the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic has only one story on the front page, and your guess is as good as mine. Big picture of the 8 fallen, and of course, the president's speech from last night. So the story says, let's offer compassion to bereaved families. President Mahama. State funeral to be held on Friday, August 15. Let's offer compassion to bereaved families. President Mahama. State funeral to be held on Friday, August 15. It will be at the Independence Square. Yeah, on Friday, August 15. Then when you go to the back page, you have premature to determine cause of helicopter crash. As a retired pilot, Wing Commander Kweku Kekebresi speaking there. He's a retired pilot, and he says it's premature to determine the cause of the helicopter crash. And following same, you'd have activities at ministries grind to halt. Activities at ministries grind to halt. So that's the Daily Graphic newspaper this morning.
The front page of the news center is Malcolm appoints Dr. Awao as communications and strategy consultant. Dr. Awao was the former tourism minister and also in the first administration of the Akufo-Addo government. He was the business development minister. So Dr. Awao has been appointed as communications and strategy consultant, and this appointment was done by Malcolm. Also, helicopter crash. MTN Ghana mourns, calls digital dignity. Helicopter crash. MTN Ghana mourns calls for digital dignity. And also, Just One Group mourns victims of helicopter crash. The helicopter has questionable safety record globally. This you find on in page 7 in the news center. And finally, on the front page of the news center, tears, grief all over as wreaths are laid to mourn helicopter crash victims. Very sad one, but that's what you can find on the front page of the news center.
All right, on the front page of the Chronicles, we have 2 cops arrested for stealing 16 assault rifles from police counter terrorism armory, and they have to appear in court soon. And we have Jubilee households wreath-laying ceremony for victims of military helicopter crash, and the scripture here is from Ephesians 4:28. Let the thief no longer steal, but rather let him labor. And we're going to go to the back page of the Herald, where we have a funeral announcement of the father of one of our colleagues, Reverend John Enoch Arthur. He was 65 years old, and it's going to happen tomorrow.
That's the father of Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah.
Who is part of the technical team here at Channel 1 TV. Yeah.
The Ghanaian Times is here. It says, helicopter crash, president leads flower laying, and then there's 3-day mourning for victims begin. So we know the president declared 3 days national mourning for the victims. It started yesterday. We're still in it. There was a flower laying ceremony at the presidency yesterday. The place is still open, and so you can also go and pay your respects. World leaders mourn with Ghana. World leaders mourn with Ghana. NIB PLC donates in support of Agnes Owusu's surgery. NIB PLC donates in support of Agnes Owusu's surgery. Then you have Malcolm spends 25 million cedis in support of health projects over last decade. Malcolm spends 25 million cedis in support of health projects over last decade. When you go to the back page, it says, let's improve adolescents' access to sexual reproductive health services. Let's improve adolescents' access to sexual reproductive health services. And then you have a Midway Hospital praise for outstanding performance. So that's the Ghanaian Times this morning.
On the front page of the BNFT, starts with commerce, says Melcom Group spends 25 million Ghana cedis on community project in 10 years. You can see page 3 for that. Oil palm sector faces sustainability crisis as climate market stocks persist. The NCA serves multi-choice with a notice of intention to suspend broadcasting authorization. Parliament urged to pass Project Management Act to end wasteful abandonment of national projects. And finally, on the front page of the BNFT, mixed reaction greets new cocoa price. You can see page 2 for that.
All right, so on the front page of the Daily Gist, how Muntaka escapes chopper crash, leaving 8 dead. My only son is gone, Omani Boama's mother cries out. Copter black box found, DNA to be conducted in South Africa for victims. Ato Forces replaces Omani Boama. And another copter crash averted at Ejumako. 3-day national mourning announced for crash victims. And on the entertainment side of things, I didn't buy a stolen car from Spy Chief, and that's by dancehall star Shatawale.
All right, the Daily Guide says, Mahama, Julius Deborah weep. Ceremonial garden open to public after forcing Amabua caretaker ministers. So it's like it's chronicling the event. So Mahama, Julius Deborah weep. That happened at the flower laying ceremony yesterday. The ceremonial garden, the venue for the flower laying, is now open to the public. And then we know that the president has directed the finance minister, Dr. Cassiel Ato Forson, to act as defense minister, an additional role to his role as finance minister, And then Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, is also acting as the Environment, Science and Technology Minister, following the demise of the two substantive ministers, Dr. Omane Boama and Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. World leaders, others sympathize with nation. And then you have crashed helicopter black box found. You get a picture story on the back page on the flower laying ceremony, and of course some statements from professional bodies, associations, unions, and of course the rest of the international community on the back page of the Daily Guide newspaper.
Well, let's move to Channel 1 Newsroom, newsroom.com, and bring you some of this.
Channel1newsonline.com.
Yeah, Channel 1.
Channel1newsonline.com. Yeah.
Citynewsroom.com. Yes. Sorry for that. And let's bring you some of the stories on our portal. Helicopter crash. Government engaging families on identification and interment. That is from Mahama yesterday. He engaged the nation through his address there. A full text of that is on our website. You can go there and also read for yourself. Mahama's national address on a military helicopter crash. Mahama assures transparent probe into August 6th military helicopter crash. This is not the time for political point scoring, or political point scoring rather, and this is coming from the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama. State funeral for helicopter crash victims to be held at Black Star Square on August 15. And also book of condolences to be opened for fellow officials beginning August 10. President Mahama, he has already addressed the nation, so a number of them that you can find on our portal. Also, flower laying ceremony was held yesterday in honor of the 8 gallant men that perished their life there in the helicopter crash. Also, investigators recover black box from military helicopter crash, and that is what came from the Ashanti region, where the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Amwakone, confirmed that particular situation. Yeah.
All right, so let's head to citynewsroom.com and let us check out the headlines that we have here. Reverend Wingham details events that saved Mahama from helicopter crash. Kwabena Ejipong best positioned to lead NPP, and that's by his spokesperson. Helicopter crash. This is not the time for political point scoring, and that's by the President, John Mahama. Helicopter tragedy. Mahama assures full transparent investigation. Still on the helicopter crash. And this is actually a deep personal loss, and this is still by the President. State funeral for helicopter crash victims set for August 15th. Pope Leo mourns victims in Ghana helicopter crash. And government targets $2 billion growth in textile and garment industry by 2033. And black box of crashed military helicopter recovered. That's Amako Heni confirming. Samples from helicopter crash victims sent to South Africa for DNA analysis. And lastly, Akwetia by-election talks on hold. We are mourning, and that's by Tanko Computer.
So indeed, we're mourning a sad period for the entire nation. And it's also evidenced in the volume of statements of condolence that we're receiving from the international community. The Ghana's military is known for its exploits at peacekeeping in other areas of the world. And so for our Minister of Defense to pass on, one who had recently during the Government Accountability Series spoken on the state of the presidential jet, to travel in a military aircraft, a military helicopter, and lose his life the way he did.
It's very ironic, actually.
Yes. And that same tragedy had our Deputy National Security Coordinator also in there. So, the security space, our defense space is quite heavily hit with this news. And so you'd understand why organizations such as the United Nations will be condoling with us in this space. But yesterday, I think the president's speech was quite apt. He appealed to the conscience of the nation, the emotions of the nation, and I'll break it down in this way. He gave, well, of course, I mean, you can't have enough assurance for the families of the victims, but at least he spoke as a true statesman, as a father of the nation, and urged the families to take heart, prayed with them in that speech. Then he went on to touch on arrangements going forward, announcing that a state funeral or state burial will be held for the victims on Friday, August 15. Gave an account of what has happened so far, including the discovery of the black box of the helicopter and the fact that remains of the victims had been sent to South Africa for some further DNA analysis, which transportation and cost of analysis we understand or we are being told is being borne by Ibrahim Mahama. So he's paying for the travel to South Africa and the cost of the analysis. That's what we've been told, at least. So the president gives an account of what has happened, urges calm, gives details of what is to happen, consoles and commiserates with the family, consoles the nation, and then gives an assurance that thorough investigations will be done. He then also, like I said, speaks to the conscience of the nation that it's a monumental loss. Yeah. And so this would not be the time for politics. Anybody looking to score political points out of this, excuse me to say, it's not human.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't see party colors playing out anywhere. In fact, the whole nation is in black. So it's important that the president spoke and spoke in the manner in which he did, and at least it should calm some nerves. And we've seen the reaction also. Recall that today, transport fares were expected to go up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the GRTCC has backed down on it following the tragic incident. The NDC, as a political party, was working towards the Akwatia by-elections.
Yeah.
They've put that on hold as well.
Yeah.
Because you see, such a tragedy, I don't see how you go outside of it. We're getting reports that even the ministries have grinded to a halt, basically, because staff are unable to function properly. And you see, it's the nature of the death. It's too painful to ignore. It's too painful. If people had been sick over a period, at least you have some room to condition your mind for the unexpected. But to travel such a short distance and never return, or if I'm to be a bit graphic, to return in the way they did, it's heart-wrenching. It's too heavy on the heart. And I want to say thank you to the president so far with what he's doing to honor the memories of the departed.
We still can't come to terms with it.
Yeah.
I'm still in disbelief, honestly.
I actually do not believe that they've passed on.
Because you remember that on Wednesday when we received the news, quite early, hours before we went on air, we were holding on to hope and we were praying that it wouldn't be true.
Yeah, that's true.
You see, and at this point, I think the media should also have some restraint and allow families to grieve. Listen, it's not for any reason that we didn't rush to break the news, but you see, government had to be in touch with the families of the victims. If we had rushed to go on air to break the news, you do not know in what condition a relative is, what space that person is in, what state of mind that person would have been in. So it's important that people are sent personally to these affected persons so that in the event of any eventuality following the breaking of the news to them, whatever it is can be arrested and dealt with. So sometimes
Is that so?
No, because even yesterday, remember when you spoke to Shawana, and she was with the brother
of Anala.
Yeah, of Anala.
Squadron leader.
He said he was at the bank.
Yeah. He
said he was at the bank. Do you understand? He even he broke down.
Yeah.
Like in the banking hall.
Very sad.
These people have parents who might be in their older ages.
Yeah.
They have family, wives, they have brothers, they have sisters, they themselves might be breadwinners. Yeah. And so sometimes we shouldn't be in a rush. At least let's be a little sensitive and responsible.
Shamima Muslim has come out to say that the way the media also goes about reporting this, and the journalists and all that, they should be very circumspect about it. Looking at the fact that the communications ministry also sent text messages around asking people to delete footages, because these are, someone say, a dish here of people. They are like prince of families, and they are really held in high esteem. So I think we should be very careful with what we say on social media. A number of things are flying, people reading meanings into it, trying to score political points and all that. But the president has stated that this is not a time for us to be saying things that ordinarily, ideally shouldn't have been said, because we want to score political points and all that.
And a lot of things are being said. That's true. A lot of things are being said, and I wish there can be some sort of like punishment for that. Do you understand? You know, with things like this, this is why some countries actually like to take control over what happens on social media. In as much as we say free press, free media, free speech, free whatever, these are some of the issues that leads to saying we want to curb and control whatever that is going on social media, and people have to be punished for whatever that you're doing on social media. We might not like it, but we are proving to authorities actually to say, okay, you know what, it's time for us to curb what goes on this social media.
Sure. So you know what, we will delve into this deeper after this break. When we come back, we will tell you what transpired yesterday, the wreath laying and also the candlelight and all that. What the president said later in the evening is addressed to the nation, among other things. Stay with us. We'll be back with more.
Congratulations to all top 50 contestants of the Literacy Challenge 2025 Level 2. Level 2 Aptitude Test. The top 50 contestants shall take part in a written aptitude test on Saturday, 9th August 2025 at 12 noon at the British Council, Accra. Stay tuned to City FM and Channel 1 TV to find out which of these 50 contestants make it as the top 10 finalists for the Literacy Challenge 2025 to compete for the grand prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis and a trophy in a classic quiz competition. The Literacy Challenge 2025 is powered by City FM, supported by Channel 1 TV, and sponsored by Bell Moo and GB Assessment.
Looking for a one-stop shopping destination for all things made in Ghana? Eager to experience a remarkable fair that showcases the richness, creativity, and innovation behind Ghanaian products and services? Then get ready for the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. The This is Ghana Exhibition highlights the brilliance of Ghanaian entrepreneurs, artisans, and businesses who continue to shape the narrative of homegrown excellence. This is Ghana's biggest trade fair and exhibition, bringing together SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing sectors, indigenous corporate bodies, and local creatives in one exciting space. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. Come explore, engage, and be inspired by the businesses and brands that are redefining made in Ghana across every sector. The dates: Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Time is 10 a.m. through till 5 p.m. each day. The venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. For enquiries or participation details, call us on 0205 973 973. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, and Side Hassle.
August 17th, history, tradition, heritage, and football collide in the heart of Accra. Get ready for the 2025 Bese Manchehomo Peace Charity Cup live at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's defending champions Accra Atabok against the fearless challengers Thunder Atom Lions. It's Sunday afternoon football like never before. Kickoff time 5 p.m. This isn't just a match, it's a celebration of culture, a call for peace, and a commitment to youth development and unity. Book your seat now. Dial star 713 star 33 star 44 hash to secure your ticket instantly. You can also grab your tickets at the gates on the match day. Ticket prices: Gamashi Special 5 cedis, Popular Stand 10 cedis, Center Line 20 cedis, VIP 100 cedis, VVIP 200 cedis. Let's fill the Accra Sports Stadium. Let's celebrate Ghana. Expect football, expect music, expect culture. Be part of the magic this 17th August at the Accra Sports Stadium. Powered by One World Sports Management. Produced by IMAX Media, Max TV, and this game will also be live on GH1 TV and Channel 1 TV. The Bese Manchehomo Peace Charity Cup Match 2025, where football meets tradition. The Homo Charity Cup Match is in partnership with the NYA. Igniting potential, inspiring change. Sponsors: Stanbic Bank. Media partners:
Accra High School announces Founders Day 2025. We are delighted to invite you to our annual Founders Day celebration themed Trailblazing Education, Private Initiatives, Breaking Barriers in Ghana's Post-Basic Education. Join us on Sunday, 17th of August 2025 at 11 a.m. at the school forecourt as we honor our founders and celebrate innovative efforts shaping the future of education in Ghana. We look forward to your presence as we reflect on our journey and explore new avenues for progress. Our guest speaker is Onugba Peter Yao Bosruchi, and our chairman is Onugba Daniel Ni Otokuno Saki. Don't forget, it's Sunday, 17th of August 2025 at 11 a.m. at the school forecourt. See you there. Redimentis Opportunitatem.
Welcome back. We are still grieving following the demise of the 8 gallant men. You are live here on Channel 1 TV on Breakfast Daily. Just for you to understand what we were talking about before we went on a quick break, what President John Dramani Mahama is asking for, on our portal, citynewsroom.com, you'd find the story there where the president has indicated that this is not a time for political point scoring. And the story reads, President John Dramani Mahama has called on Ghanaians to rise above political divisions and unite in national mourning following the tragic military helicopter crash that claimed 8 lives on Wednesday, August 6, in the Adanse Akrofrom district of the Ashanti region. Delivering his first national address since the incident, President John Dramani Mahama urged citizens to resist the urge to politicize the tragedy, stressing that the moment demands compassion, solidarity, and collective healing. The president reminded the nation that beyond political affiliations and differences, Ghanaians are bound by shared humanity and now shared sorrow. The crash, which occurred in a dense forest around area where the victims were en route to Obuasi to launch that all-important event to fight illegal mining, killed the Defense Minister, Dr. Edward Omani Boama, Environment Minister Ibrahim Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator Muniru Muhammad, former parliamentary candidate Samuel Abuaje, and NDC Vice Chair Samuel Sapon. The 3 military officers, Squadron Leader Peter Anala, Flying Officer Manine Chuma Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado Mensah also perished in the crash. The Ghana Air Force or Armed Forces Z-9 helicopter went off the radar before the fatal accident. There were no survivors. So yesterday we were in this community where our correspondent Hafiz Tijani brought us all the update in that community. There were a team that went into the forest yesterday to conduct investigations and also to unravel what really caused the incident. Later in the evening, we also saw that all 8 bodies were transported to the South Africa for forensic examination, among other things. So there are a number of things being done. The development is actually unfolding. Even before the transporting of the bodies to South Africa, there was a candle light ceremony and wreath laying at the Flagstaff House. So if you should pass by the Flagstaff House this morning, you would see that the Jubilee House, you would see that the 8 gallant men have their, their photos displayed in front of the Jubilee House, with flyers or wreath being put in front of it, just for us to also share in this sorrow and commiserate with the family, and also pay our last respect to the bereaved families, and also our last respect to the gallant men. Yeah, very sad.
By the news, and we're still commiserating with the family of the deceased. But as Philip said, the ceremonial garden of the Jubilee House is open to the public, and so you can go and pay your last respects to the 8 Ghanaians who committed themselves to the service of Mother Ghana, but unfortunately lost their lives in the line of duty. Sad one. Yesterday, we saw how difficult it was for the president to hold himself together. And of course, I mean, all others, everyone is broken. I mean,
Julius, the brother, chief of staff.
Yeah.
As you can see, there was really weeping. The vice president, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, same. The president himself couldn't actually hold himself. I saw a video of Obobia Dakon, who was also weeping, among other people who have really dealt closely with these individuals that have passed on: Dr. Manebuama, Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad, other political figures that passed on, and also the 3 military officers that were on board before that tragic incident happened.
It's a difficult time, and like we mentioned earlier, a number of activities have been put on hold to allow space to mourn the deceased. The NDC has suspended its activities or conversation or discussions towards the Akwatia by-election, and then the president himself has cancelled all engagements for the week. And then, of course, the announcement he made yesterday of the state burial for the deceased.
Yeah, Nana, just for us to also remind our viewers, so the itinerary for the week and also what will happen next week is on Saturday, 9th August, just tomorrow. At 5 p.m., the nation would gather at the forecourt of the State House for an evening of reflections and memorial in honor of our departed colleagues. That is from the presidency. And also a book of condolence or books of condolence will be opened simultaneously at the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ghana Armed Forces Headquarters, the National Democratic Congress Headquarters at Adabraka, and the head office of NADMO from Saturday, 10th August to Thursday, 14th August 2025. So you would want to take note. This starts from Saturday, 10th August to Thursday, 14th August 2025. You would want to go there and pen down your message or also be signed the book of condolence. On Friday, which is next week Friday, 15th August, an interdenominational state funeral will be held for the 8 heroes at the Black Star Square. And I think the Black Star Square is very important because looking at the numbers that will troop in on the day of the burial will be enormous. So certainly it's a step in the right direction that the presidency has taken note of this, and not to do it at the State House, but move it to the Black Star Square, because initially I was making that argument that I think the Black Star Square will be a very fine place for this, because these are loved ones, people from all walks of life will be trooping in to pay their last respect. It's got global attention, not just on the continent, but globally. Everybody's talking about this sad incident that happened on August 6th.
Quite significant, quite important that the itinerary has been put out. And so now we all know what is expected to happen from tomorrow going all the way through to the 15th of August, where the state burial will be held for the deceased. But it begs the question, and it's natural that questions of such nature will come up regarding the cause of this particular accident that claimed the lives of 2 ministers of state, 2 former ministers, 2 NDC officials, and 3 officers of the Ghana Armed Forces. And I mean, it's just natural that you would want to know what happened. But the president has announced that an investigative board has been commissioned. They've been directed to do a thorough job. And so, wow, I mean, we don't have much of an option but to wait. Okay, let's tone down on the speculation as to what could have happened. And let's allow the professionals to do a professional and thorough job, so that at least the families can have some closure at the end of the day when the investigations are done. But we can also tell you that remains of the 8 unfortunate victims of this incident, this horrid accident, have been flown to South Africa for some DNA testing, DNA analysis. We understand that the cost of transporting the remains to South Africa and the cost of the DNA is being borne by businessman Ibrahim Mahama. We're still in grief, quite shocking, but there's also concerns about this particular Z9 aircraft, and globally, it's safety issues.
Yeah.
There's been a number of helicopter accidents involving the Z9 helicopter. So I don't know. Once the black box has been retrieved, hopefully we'll know what communication happened on the aircraft before or even when it went off radar, as was announced by the Ghana Armed Forces. And then they'll do their own investigations into it, and then we'll have some, if you like, conclusive reports.
We're just hoping that the investigation also carry on swiftly, and the report is brought out to bring some closure, because the families will also be wanting to know what happened on the day. But now let's bring you a playback of what the president said last night when he addressed the nation.
Good evening, my fellow countrymen and women. It is with a profoundly heavy heart that I address you tonight. Yesterday, a tragic helicopter crash in Adansia Krofom claimed the lives of 8 cherished members of our Ghanaian family. The victims of this accident include 5 passengers and 3 dedicated members of the Ghana Armed Forces. Among them were Dr. Edward Kofi Omanibuama, Minister for Defense; Alhaji Dr. Murtala Mohammed, Member of Parliament for Tamale Central and Minister for Environment, Science and Technology; Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Limuna, Acting Deputy National Security Coordinator; Samuel Sapo, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress; Samuel Abuaje, Deputy Director General of NADMO; and Squadron Leader Peter Anala of the Ghana Air Force, Flying Officer Chum Ampedu of the Ghana Air Force, and Sergeant Ernest Ado, also of the Ghana Air Force. This tragedy represents a deep personal loss for me. I shared a close bond with many of those individuals who died. Our nation is grieving, and on behalf of the government and the people of Ghana, I extend my deepest condolences to their families, friends, and their loved ones. Know that our entire country mourns with you. We share your pain. Your loss is our loss, a loss of dedicated public servants, intellectuals, and individuals who tirelessly worked for a better Ghana. These 8 individuals dedicated their lives to Ghana's progress. That their final moments were spent in service is a testament to their unwavering commitment. We have lost some of our nation's brightest minds, and this is a moment of shared heartbreak, a time to reflect on the preciousness of life, the sacrifices of public service, and our gratitude for those who dedicate themselves to the well-being of our fellow citizens. Squadron Leader Anala, Flying Officer Ampedu, and Sergeant Ado were dedicated members of our Air Force, embodying the best of their profession. Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Limuna was a humble yet effective public servant. Samuel Sapon was a respected statesman, and Mr. Samuel Abuaje was a promising young leader. Dr. Omanibuama was a brilliant and dedicated leader, and Alhaji Dr. Murtala Mohammed was a passionate voice for his constituents and a champion for environmental stewardship. These gallant men each served Ghana with distinction. And as we mourn, questions about the cause of this tragedy are only natural and important. And I want to assure the families and the nation that the Ghana Armed Forces has initiated a full and transparent investigation into the circumstances of this crash. An investigative board of inquiry has been set up to investigate the cause of the crash. The flight data and cockpit voice recorders have both been retrieved. All 8 of the bodies of our departed comrades have been retrieved, and the government is in close touch with the bereaved families about identification of the bodies and final interment. In this moment of national grief, let us remember that we are above all Ghanaians, united not just by our nationality, but by our shared hope, our shared humanity, and now our shared sorrow. Let us set aside our differences and offer our collective compassion to the bereaved families. This is not a time for division, speculation, or political point scoring. It is a time for strength, for empathy, and for the enduring Ghanaian spirit that still stands tall when all else has failed. Let our words be of comfort, our actions be of kindness, and our unity be the tribute we offer to those whose lives have been lost. To the families, to the Ghana Armed Forces, to the ministries and departments that have lost dedicated staff, and to the National Democratic Congress, which mourns the passing of valued members, may you find strength in their memory and their legacy. May we all be comforted by the knowledge that though they are gone from our sight, they remain forever in the spirit of the nation they so faithfully served. On Saturday, 9th August at 5 p.m., the nation will gather at the forecourt of the State House for an evening of reflection and memorial in honor of our departed colleagues. Books of condolences will be opened simultaneously at the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ghana Armed Forces headquarters, and the National Democratic Congress headquarters, and also the head office of NADMO from Sunday 10th August to Thursday 14th August. On Friday 15th August, an interdenominational state funeral will be held for the 8 heroes at the Black Star Square. My brothers and sisters, my fellow countrymen and women, may God bless their souls, and may God bless our homeland Ghana.
And that was from the President John Dramani Mahama. We are all mourning, as the President has also stated that it's 3 days of mourning for the nation. Just to bring you some excerpts of what the President said, highlights, nuggets from what the President said. This is a moment of shared heartbreak, a time to reflect on the preciousness of life, the sacrifices of public servants or public service, and our gratitude for those who dedicated themselves to the well-being of Ghana. Squadron leader Anala, who Shawana visited the family house yesterday, and with squadron leader Anala, we understand that he's the last born of the family, and even they said they had the firstborn of the family who had passed on. Yeah. They were yet to bury, and this has also before
he had recently brought forth a baby. His wife had just put to birth about 2 months ago.
Very sad one. So, squadron leader Anala, flying officer Ampedu, and Sergeant Ado were dedicated members of our armed force, embodying the best of their profession. Alhaji Muniru Muhammad Limuna was a humble yet effective public servant. Samuel Sapon was a respected statesman, and Mr. Samuel Abuaje was a promising leader. Dr. Mani Boama was a brilliant and dedicated leader. Alhaji Dr. Mutala Muhammad was passionate, passionate voice for his constituents and a champion for environmental stewardship. If there is any debate on the floor of Parliament you would see Mutala contributing to debate on the floor of Parliament. He's very vocal when it comes to those things. You see him on in media houses championing the cause of the government of the NDC. And like we keep saying here, Dr. Omani Boama, for if you do not know him, maybe you may have seen him a lot during the 2024 electioneering period, where during IPAC meetings is there asking the EC to do A, the EC to do C, or the stance of the NDC and all that, because he was the director of elections and IT for the party. So it's come as a shock to the party, and also it's really taking a blow on the nation as well, to have lost 8 gallant men, brilliant individuals who have paid their quota or have contributed their quota to national development. But Nana, I think that the president, we're all expecting the president to come and talk.
Yeah, indeed.
To break his silence on this issue. And I think it was just great that last night we had the president gather that courage to stand in front of the over 30 million Ghanaians and tell Ghanaians what has happened, what the government is doing, what is expected to be done to give these 8 men a befitting burial. Then at the end of the day, we can say that they paid their due to the country, and we've also respected them when they passed on in their line of duty.
And like I said, the president's speech, well worded, aptly delivered. Okay, it captures the emotions of the entire nation. It begins by acknowledging what has happened and how much of a loss it means to him personally. That's where he starts from. Then he goes ahead to announce it to the rest of us, I mean the nation, that this is the situation we find ourselves in. Then he goes ahead to list the victims involved in this matter. Now, once he's done, and I quote him, he says, "This tragedy represents a deep personal loss for me. I share close bonds with many of these individuals who died." He is the president. Most of these individuals are his appointees. He appointed the defense minister, the minister for environment, deputy national security coordinator, and then of course, as president, he came on the ticket of a party, which is the National Democratic Congress, NDC. And so he's worked with the vice chairman of the NDC in the person of Dr. Samuel Sarpong. Indeed, Dr. Sarpong has once served as KMA boss, mayor of Kumasi, and minister for the Ashanti region. You get it? So he has ties with this man. Now, you have Samuel Abuaje, who was the parliamentary candidate for the NDC in Obuasi East in the just ended elections. Of course, we know that there was some back and forth regarding whether he had won or not. It was decided, and the NPP took it. But after that, it is the president who appointed him deputy director of NADMO. So you see the ties in here. Now, these are the political ties he has with these people. He is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. And so the officers who lost their lives in this tragic incident directly work for him. So it's important that he registers how much of a loss this means to him. Then, of course, he goes ahead to mention the impact on the nation and the state of grief, shock, and mourning it has thrown all of us into. So, I mean, he's breaking it down. And then, of course, he doesn't take himself out of it. He assures us that our loss is his loss. And so he is with us in this time of grief. The president will go further to speak about the 8 individuals now. And this is him paying tribute to them. So aside announcing the disaster, aside announcing who they are, establishing his ties with them, how much of a loss it means to him, how much of a loss it is to the nation, and he establishing a relationship between, with himself and us in this moment of grief, he goes ahead to pay tribute to the victims. And you see he has a line or two for all of them, and he signs it off by saying that these gallant men each served Ghana with distinction.
Exactly.
Then he goes to speak to the question that is on our minds, all of us. What could be the cause? And he tells us that it is natural that in a situation like this, you'll be interested in what happened. Okay? But he goes ahead to give the assurance. Okay? And the assurance first, and this is quite important, goes to the families of the victims.
Exactly.
Because he owes it to them first before you and I. He goes to give them the assurance that an investigative board of inquiry has been set up to do a thorough job regarding the investigation to unravel the circumstances
that led
under which this unfortunate tragic incident occurred. So, I mean, if you look at how the president spoke and how I'm putting it, okay, I'm establishing themes in the speech of the president. You can see that it's carefully thought through. And it also gives you an idea as to why they kept postponing it.
Yeah.
It was initially scheduled for, I think, 4 p.m. or 5 p.m.
before it came to
8 p.m.
then 9.
But happened after 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You get it? It had to be carefully thought through, because in a moment like this, a time like this, a period like this, you would have to tick the right boxes.
Especially when it will even be difficult for the president himself to also speak about the issue. It's a difficult moment.
Then, of course, he understands the political terrain of this country,
People
the
be reading
polarization
meanings
which we have saddled ourselves with. And he asks that this is not the time for division. This is not the time to score cheap political points. And the fact that we should unite as one. He goes also to speak about the Ghanaian spirit that stands tall when all else fails. But after this, there are persons, institutions, bodies, organizations that are directly affected by this loss. And so now he's going to speak to these people directly. So you hear him say, to the families, to the Ghana Armed Forces, to the ministries and departments that have lost a dedicated staff, and to the National Democratic Congress, which mourns the passing of valued members, may you find strength in their memory and their legacy. So words of assurance, words of comfort, words of consolation, commiserations. And it's important that you identify the individually affected families, institutions, agencies, organizations. And he speaks to all of these people. But after that, so having announced, having identified yourself with the loss, establish your relationship with us in grief, announcing to us the individuals involved, paying tribute to them, speaking to the nation and to the polarization of our politics in this country, directly speaking to the affected persons, that's the families, the ministries, the NDC, and the like. He announces the plans going forward. And that's where he moves to tomorrow, Saturday, 9th August at 5 p.m., where the nation is expected to gather at the forecourt of the State House for an evening of reflection and memorial in honor of our departed colleagues. Again, books of condolence will be opened simultaneously, and these are the venues. So those of us who want to go and sign off in the book of condolence, these are the venues. Books of condolence will be opened simultaneously at the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ghana Armed Forces Headquarters, the National Democratic Congress head office, headquarters as well, and then the head office of NADMO from Sunday, the 10th of August to Thursday, the 14th of August, 2025. So from tomorrow, there's the gathering at the forecourt of the State House for that, if like a memorial service to reflect on the memory and honor of these victims. Then the book of condolence opens at the various destinations or locations that I've mentioned from the 10th of August. That's Sunday. Okay, so from 9th Saturday, 10th Sunday, the book of condolence opens, and this will be open or remain open until Thursday, the 14th of August at these various locations. Then on the 15th of August, which is a Friday, an interdenominational state funeral will be held at the Black Star Square for our fallen heroes. So that's basically a breakdown of the president's speech from last night regarding the horrid, if like horrific incident, this tragedy of monumental proportions, this loss that has thrown all of us into a state of grief, a state of mourning. The speech as delivered by the president regarding happenings so far and plans going forward. So now you have the details, and so you know where to go to do what. But let's also remind you that the ceremonial gardens of the Jubilee House remain open to the public, where you can go and lay a flower in memory of our fallen heroes. May their souls continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. For the Muslims, may Allah grant them Jannatul Firdaus, and for the Christians, may they have eternal rest in the bosom of the Lord.
A very sad one. And Nana, you've broken it down to details, what the president said, his speech, what he told the nation yesterday. He breaking his silence on the sad incident that happened to these 8 gallant men in their line of duty. The argument also is that now we know that they were in there to help us fight against illegal mining. Wouldn't this be befitting or respect to these individuals when we bring finality to what we've all been talking about? Illegal mining, galamsey, preaching responsible mining, destroying our water bodies, destroying forest reserves, among other things. So it will just be a step in the right direction that all stakeholders, all authorities will now take it up upon themselves to say these 8 individuals were en route to Obuasi to preach about illegal mining and how best we can do proper mining in this country. Why don't we pay them enough respect by bringing an end to illegal mining and trying to push that narrative that mining can be done responsibly, among other things? So, Nana, I think that what the president made mention of yesterday, very good. When it started, Julius Debra, the chief of staff, broke the news to the nation. The president wasn't there. And then we saw a group that was dispatched. One was led by the vice president, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, to the residence of Dr. Omane Boama, and the chief of staff, Julius Debra, led another delegation.
The chief of staff went to Dr. Omane Boama's residence, his mother's residence in Koforidua in the eastern region.
That's So
that's the
chief of staff went to the eastern region, and that too, the general secretary or the chairman of the NDC,
Johnson Ketia,
was also there at the residence of the departed or the late Dr. Omane Boama, who died in this line of duty. So we will bringing you all updates here on Channel 1 TV on here on this particular program. I'm trying to let you understand what is happening, and like Nana has stated, is broken down details. You can move to the places that he's mentioned concerning where the books of condolence will be opened. You would want to go and pen down your last respect to these gallant men. And tomorrow will be the evening for the memorial service, 5 p.m. at the forecourt of the State House. You'd also want to go there and pay your last respect as we await for the final day that we'll pay our last respect, that is August 15, on a Friday at the Black Star Square. The Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak has also given assurance to the public that the forensic examination that is being done in South Africa will also come to an end soon, and we would get to know the bodies of which particular body belongs to a particular family, or who is a particular person that has passed on. The Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakohene, yesterday in a Facebook post tweet said that the black box that carries the recording of what happened in the helicopter has been found, which is good news. So
the president also said same in his speech.
Same, yeah. So we'll be hoping that all these things will
voice
bring
recordings,
closure.
the flight data,
exactly.
they've all been retrieved. Yeah,
will bring closure to the entire issue or the entire calamity that has befallen the state. But Nana, we want to go on a quick break and bring you a poet, Ohene Jan, who would also share with us few words as we mourn, as the nation grieves, and we'll be back with more.
with an empty calabash, and neither do I intend to say cheers with an empty glass. And so, wherever you are, serve no cocktail nor beer, serve no wine, for this is not a time to dine, but a time to count the cost of lives that we have lost. I hear tears, I see people wailing, I see tears trickling down, people weeping, and the tears coming down from our cheeks, falling to our colors like waterfalls. Indeed, all days are not the same, like all fingers are not the same. Spirits are crushed, destinies are trashed, and hopes are dashed. Spirits are torn apart. Oh, Mother Ghana, our stars are now dim. The clouds are darkened, and so our hearts are broken. Where art thou, dead, thou mighty messenger of eternity, the valiant and gallant servant? Indeed, you are that proverbial hunter in Pennyford kind. Say, Obofo Nima Boy Yarefo. Ye can ye king say na eye owo therefore. So I want to ask a question. Who will sing lullaby to the baby of the demise? Who will be a father to their children? Who will be a husband to the widow? 8 bright souls stood with love for their country, gave their all, stood so tall, did their all. Dr. Mane Buama, Alhaji Muniru Muhammad, Alhaji Muntala, and all the valiant men who have lost their lives. I would rather be carried by 6 than to be buried without any form of honor. Indeed, a nation that does not honor its people, its heroes, is not what dying for. And I say, a nation that does not honor its heroes is not even what living for. Let it be written on the walls of history that these men gave their all. And so we pray that their lives and their souls rest in perfect peace. And so till we meet again, valiant men, brilliant men, great men, as you meet your Maker, may your souls have rest in the bosom of the Father. And so at this moment, there's one thing that we all underrate. It's the blessing of sleeping and waking up, the blessing of going and coming back to meet your family. Let's just take a cue from this. The day ends, night falls, eyes become heavy. People begin to ponder, and some begin to wonder in the bosom of their beds. Head seeks solace in pillows, with brain racing with thought, thinking some positive and thinking. We dream papa no, now we dream bonnie. And so ni name no, and penny for kind. I drink ni wo dream. Okay, we nya sumie pebi. Now the wuti ato so a. Wuti mi fa adwenem pa. Ana so daseni e fa adwene wi a. Ni aka nyina any other chain. It's why the chairman I am send a hinter. Okay, at the chairman and not that's a neat Nikita. At the chairman you can say, you can in your name. Na ne nyame nko a enonim. So when we hear the sound that breaks the dawn, the sounds and alarms, the singing and chirping of birds, and the Almighty's rooster crow. Go, go, go! Which tells us, Onyami yokokroko. But one thing is certain and sure. Sleeping time is up. Nature calls. Asimesi or painting. What a be. You have slept enough. Arise, Odasini. Arise. Arise, for it's time to set off. Oh, the call to rise reaches all and sundry. But unfortunately, not everyone gets to hear. Fofi Antoata. Yeah. Why Namidia? Obi Koyan so amba. Obi Dayan so I'm sorry. So listen to this. Until was sorry, or that's any so now baby fear. Oh, let your countenance be with gratitude towards your maker. Obadia Konkron, Nanyankupon, you Chanyankunton, no bombing can song. Near what he checks out would say, I'm a mini ubi. What it chankwa, I may be assuming also. Or no name qua. Ah, on your name qua. Che, or no, now one ma won't qua. Or no, now one ma mean qua. Ebio miss you so. Adia Betchin. I'm a dear son. Adia best son. I'm a dear son. Chin. Kuriasia Nina. I had the chimusem. It's why the chimusem. And you're the same in the kita. Yea. At the chimusem. Ye can in your name. Naninga Minkwa. And no name. One thing that is very profound in our culture as Africans and as Ghanaians is honor. Let's honor our fathers, the great men who have lost their lives. We're doing so much for the country. Obrawo hoi yabo bijan chirima enti penyinipa ene mfredi dia ojan wase hwe Obrawo hoi yabo bijan chirima enti penyinipa etwasa ohwe nechi the great rock whose absence leaves the foundation shaking, the agile entity whose presence seals the fragile, one who amalgamates us all in a singular file, in life's smile. That figure whose single finger is bigger than the wrist and the waist of his children. Okay? Ono na ye team so say oyeja. Emberi mamro. Emberi masem na ba ye. Obere mane hwan. Obere mane eja. Ono nobody etudin. Ono na otutu enyama nyina. Emani todin. Endi si abompa yempo a. Ye bompa ye exre eja twedi ampon Nyankopon. Ye jo wosho. Wudi huntew. Enti hwemi obi a oni eja. Na menso metro odaseni bia na brabo ejija na miwia ohinijan masanya chiro na deja. Indeed, the spirit of our fathers are heavy, and they are our guardian angels. So when you hear one shout, Ajay, Ajay, wailing, it is not a mere interjection, I tell you, but it is a call unto a father figure in times of pain and distress. Papa Yobofo, Papa Yokufo, Papa Yobambofo, Indi Nabundiaga, Indi Nabundi Che, Indi Nabundi Ozioma. So a child honors his father, and a servant his master. If I be a father, where is my honor?
And we are still mourning and Ghana grieves. And you just had a beautiful piece from Ohene-Jan, a poet. From what you said, it's really something you sat down to write and give us word upon word what what country is actually going through and what Ghanaians are going through. How did this news hit you when you got to know that the 8 gallant men have fallen when they were on their way to serve the nation?
Honestly, when I heard the news for the first time, I refused to believe it. But I later went back to the internet and did my checks. And I realized that, so this was indeed true. I was so sad. In fact, I was literally in tears. Because for 8 men, on duty for the nation, to die in such a manner, I was really broken.
And at what point did you say, I want to pen down something in poem way so that I can recite it for the nation to understand my language through poem?
At dawn, today.
This dawn?
Yeah. At, I think, between 1 a.m. and 2.
And how many hours or minutes did it take you to write that?
Oh, it didn't take so much. It took about 30 minutes to put them together.
Yeah. When you were writing, what were the reflections? What did you put into consideration before you were able to put up this beautiful piece that you just narrated or told the entire nation through our medium?
So first of all, this is a eulogy. So I considered the achievement of these people for the fact that they are working for the nation. You look at their officers, what they do for us. So I considered that. I also thought of their family, and the nation as a whole, what we have lost. So initially, you hear me say, I have not come to pour libation with an empty calabash. Neither have I come to say cheers with an empty glass. So, I mean, how can you cheer? You can't pour anything in a glass, and so it's a sorrowful moment. And all these things were put into consideration to bring them together.
That's a very interesting one. So I'm sure that the government should consider you so that you can be at the memorial grounds and also on the day of the funeral, so that you can also tell us what you've written and what you've said here. But for how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. But it's been a passion since childhood. I took it very seriously just about 2 years.
So you do it for event, for funerals, or everything?
Everything. Everything. We do this, I do this to talk about what goes on in the society. Yeah, to bring edification, and sometimes entertain the souls of people, the lives of people. And so everybody, anyone out there, is a target audience. Yeah.
Beautiful. So how can one get in touch with Ohene-Jan?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram, Ohene-Jan the Poet, on TikTok, Ohene-Jan the Poet, and I can also give my contact out.
Feel free.
So my contact is 0248 22 30 59. One more time, 0248 22 30 59. On Instagram, it's Ohene-Jan the Poet, and on TikTok, it's also Ohene-Jan the Poet.
Take the number again.
The number is 0248 22 30 59.
Thank you so much, Ohene-Jan. So that is Ohene-Jan the Poet for you, and he brought us a beautiful piece that speaks largely on the 8 gallant men that died in their line of duty. This is Channel 1 TV Breakfast Daily. We will be back with more.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. Another day. It's always smiles knowing we are together.
Ooh, what a feeling. We not go, you there for family. If you not be you, then who go there? Let's go.
Work is always effective with Nasco Home Appliances. No wahala if the sun is up. We there for your appetite. Never a dull moment to go up something chilled. Classic home appliance for the fisher folks. Good vibes only while you wait. The feeling hits very deep. Enije pa ewo Nasco fie. Nasco, bring home happiness.
Life can get hectic, and sometimes we forget to prioritize our well-being. That's where Vernal Mineral Water steps in. A refreshing solution packed with essential minerals, Vernal Mineral Water keeps you hydrated and balanced. Whether you're at home or work, Vernal Mineral Water is there to keep you going. Don't let a busy schedule hinder your health. Make Vernal Mineral Water a part of your daily routine. Share the love with Vernal Mineral Water, the choice for a healthy, vibrant you.
This advert is FDA approved.
This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness, ministering live Perez Music alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus, also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabi Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie Spitzer and powered by Rima City of Worship.
Thank you so much for staying with us, even as we continue to mourn the dearly departed. There's something quite interesting that's about to happen. It's happening next week. And for all students of communications and media studies, you should be interested in this, okay? I'll find out if we can import students from other campuses to join in, which I heavily suspect should be able to happen. If not, we'll find ways and means to, pass through the back door to go and enjoy some, because there's enough to learn for everybody. You understand? Communication students never end learning. You understand? Life itself is a perpetual teacher, so we continue to learn with each passing day. I won't break the ice yet. I have in studio with me some amazing individuals who are going to help us do that. They'll tell you all about it. We'll run through the journey, where we've come from, where we are now, the impacts and contributions we have made, and then we'll go zoom straight into the event, which of course, so all com students who are watching us now, stay with us even as we do this. We have the president of the Communication and Media Studies Students Association, COMSA, here with us. He came with his vice and of course a member of the association. So brief intro. El Presidente, welcome. He's the person of Stephen Zure. Mr. Zure, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And then the vice president is here. The vice, after we are done, he needs to show me his barber because I need to get a clean trim. Charles Ababuaje is also here. Mr. Vice President, welcome.
Thank
Elizabeth Gatti Hansen is a member of COMSA as well. Thank you all so much for joining us. All right, let's get straight into it, all right? Here, we like to do business fast, so that's... But briefly, Mr. President, walk us through the school. Okay, where have we come from? Where are we now?
Okay. The School of Communication and Media Studies started as a department in 2007 and metamorphosed into a school in 2020. So it started as a department of Communication and Media Studies, and it metamorphosed into a fully fledged school from the University of Education, Winneba, in 2020. And that's where we have grown to date. As a school, we have COMSA undergraduate, but this is COMSA postgraduate, where we have students studying, pursuing MA, MPhil, and PhD. Yes.
Wow. Wow. But there are other schools of communication out there. What makes your school unique?
Well, we have the rest, but this is the best.
That's second to none, eh?
Yes.
Vice, no, add on to this. What makes the COMSA stand out?
See, the difference we bring on board is that when you come to COMSA, we are not colleagues, we are a big family.
Right.
Yes, it's the only institution where you would have lecturers make students feel that they belong to a family. And they do not only seek to impact knowledge in you, they seek to make you useful for society after your area of study. And so it's always welcoming when you belong to the University of Education School of Media and Communication Studies. So we are a big family.
Wonderful, wonderful. I like that. So what are some of the programs that you run? Let's look at the undergraduates as well as postgraduates.
Okay, so we run BA Strategic Communication, BA Communication Instruction, BA Journalism and Media Studies, and then BA Development Communication. When you come to the postgraduate level, we offer MA, MPhil, and then the PhD as well. We do Communication and Media Studies, we do Strategic Communication, Development Communication, Communication Instruction, and that of Journalism and Media Studies.
Wonderful. Yeah. Great stuff. I like that. I like the strategy one bit. You know, in war, the strategists are the most dangerous people. Not even those at the war front. But are there any newly introduced programs, or do you have some programs in the offing, something in the pipeline?
Well, I'm sure they are developing. We're developing and we're growing, and in the near future, we'll have new programs introduced at the faculty, and especially strategic communication. You know, communication is key in everything these days. So we would pursue other programs, including advertising and marketing.
Right.
I mean, there are plans in the offing to introduce some of these programs.
Beautiful. Now, we've seen the media space in this country. There's media pluralism, and it's even worsened by the advent of blogging and all that. How does the curriculum integrate practical training with academic history, academic theory in media?
So what happens is that before you even graduate from an MA, MPhil, or PhD, we expose you to the practical experience by linking you with various media houses where you take the practical training, and as part of your course outline, you are examined on what you do. In respect of development communication, you are assigned communities where you go and you practicalize what you learned in a classroom. So it's not just about theory. It's part of the practical experience, and it's very important to help you in building your academic records as well as your practical records.
And so by the time you're coming out of the school,
you are well-rounded, and you know what you know your stuff. You know your stuff. And in the advent of professionalism, we have professional lecturers. I mean, the school has one of the best PR professors.
Wow.
In the person of Professor Mavis Amu-Mensah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, who is an PR person. And I'm sure that you may have heard of her. She wouldn't take anything shoddy.
Yeah. Beautiful. Now, can you share with us some notable alumni you have?
All right, thank you very much. I wanted to add a bit to what the President talked about. He talked about development communications, and one area that makes the school the best. It's before you step out. If for example, I'm training to be strategic communications expert. And
you see the strategy.
before even I step out, I've had to go through all the stages in communication, a bit of development communication, trying to understand why there's always that disconnection between projects and the people who benefit from it, why there's the need to get the people involved, communicate the development with the people from the scratch, get them to own it, so it becomes beneficial, it serves the purpose for which it is constructed. So we navigate all those areas to make it happen. Now, back to your question. In fact, he has mentioned HOD, Professor Baby Zamomensa. That's one of the finest. I would say she's even the best. And she is an alumni of the school herself. We go to Unimark, the rector, Professor Christian Hammond. We have Van Vika and a couple of others. If you give me the whole day, I'll be mentioning names and we will not step out. We have Professor Gifty PhD. Yes, she is the head of Journalism and Media Studies Department of the school, and a host of others.
Wow. Now, most often than not, when students go through the school system and they are done, it's like there's a disentanglement, there's a disengagement between the school and its alumni. But have you in any way been able to assess, to gauge how the school has impacted or contributed to shaping media and communication in the country?
Yes, exactly. That's what we always do. And, you know, our products out there have worked out to confirm the things that we are talking about. In fact, 2021, we produced the Portia, the Ghana Journalist of the Year. That's Portia with TV3.
Yeah.
Yes, and a host of others. You know, they're out there making us feel proud. Jackie, Abdullah Mumin, and all of them. Well, we have a lot of them. And I was happy when you said you hope to join us for the celebration. I know you even want to come have your PhD done there, and you know, would all be part of the success story of the school.
Beautiful. Now, let's zoom into the week celebration. Okay, let's talk about the week celebration. What's the history and origin of Comsa Fest?
Comsa Fest is family. The school is a family. We are together. If you see as that bond that exists between us lecturers, you'll notice the difference between the student and the lecturer.
Wow.
That is the family. Every year on the 6th of March, we have what we call the men's cook-off. So the men would cook and the ladies would come and enjoy. Yes, that's what we have the
Wow. So and it's for graduate school.
Yeah, it's for graduate school.
Nice.
Yes, so we think that we need to take it a notch higher by ensuring that Comsa Fest become a bigger family. We would have outsiders join this time. And it started some 20 years ago. Actually, Comsa, the school will be 20 years in 2027. So we feel that let's open our doors to the outsiders so they can join us in celebrating the achievements of the School of Communication and Media Studies. And that is the reason for this Comsa Fest. And this particular Comsa Fest promises to be one of the interesting and historic moments for the School of Communication and Media Studies.
Right. We look forward to it. But Elizabeth, how has the celebration evolved over the years? I'm sure some 20 years ago when the idea was conceived, a lot of things have changed since then. So how has it evolved over the years?
Okay, so like you said, it's an activity that goes on every year. So every year we have new teams that evolve.
Right.
And as the society is evolving, that is how communication and media studies is also evolving.
True.
You can't go about without communication. Communication is something that is very vibrant in everything that we do. So this year's theme, that is the role of communication in deepening our democracy, is something that we realize that in our current democracy, we cannot do away with communication. Communication is something that is part of us.
Right.
It's part of us. We work with communication. We do everything with communication. And then over the years, we have teams like communication in the digital era. A lot of teams that like we use to communicate with our people. So with this particular one that is talking about deepening our democracy, using communication to talk about our democracy, using communication to go about our activities in our democratic society. Yeah, so in this way, it is really helping.
Wow, I like that. But what is the core objective behind organizing the annual celebration, the Comsa Fest annually?
Well, the core objective is to continue to encourage that we communicate in whichever establishment that we belong to professionally to impact in society. That we need to realize that, like you mentioned, communication is central to everything we do. If you fail to communicate what you do, then it's tantamount to selling in the dark and frowning your face.
Right.
Nobody sees it.
Right.
Yeah, so there's always the need to light the candle to bring out the light. And so therefore, there's the need to join the conversation professionally to get the impact out there. So we celebrate this year always to get the people to know. Yeah, to be able to shape the communication out there, you need to go through the process professionally. That's why we encourage that you join the school. There's also a means of telling the world that, hey, if you come to the University of Education, there's this media school that is training or churning out the best human resource that is needed to drive the communication industry.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And the theme you say is role of communication in deepening our democracy. That's very profound, quite important. But what have been some of the themes over the years? And talk to me about the relevance of same over the years.
Like I mentioned, we have the role of communication in our digital world, where we realize that in the digital era that we are inside, people just, we have this journalists that they just talk, you know, But then when you know the role of communication in whatever you do, you know how to go about it, you know how to communicate. That is why we have the Department of Journalism and Media Studies. We have strategic communication, we have development communication, and then communication instruction. When you pass through this system, they actually help you to like know about how you go about your things.
Right.
So bringing about that theme in particular was a way to help know how to go about it in this digital era. We have the role of AI in communication, where in this century you realize that AI has really come up, and then you cannot do away with AI now. Not in the sense that you'll be making AI do everything for you, but it is to be able to like help you in whatever that you do.
Integrate the application of things.
So that particular team, for instance, helped students or whoever was part of the program to know about how we can incorporate AI into our activities, incorporate AI to everything that we do. That is communication. Yeah.
Wonderful. I see my big brother Samson is on this year.
Yes.
Yeah. But who are some of the key speakers who have graced the celebrations over the years?
Yeah, we have had a lot. Manasseh Azura-Wuni
was
there.
Yeah.
Was there in previous years. But this year we decided to settle on lawyer, journalist, award-winning journalist, and former GJ journalist of the year, Samson Lade.
How do these speakers contribute to the growth of the school and its students?
A lot. Some of them are mentors. They mentor the students. The students see them and they are motivated to pursue what they are doing. Some of them see them and they are able to, what do we call, if you like, link with the outside world. Because these people are exposed, they have these connections. They are able to link them to the outside world to help in the pursuit of their various academic fields. And in the advent of GTech having problems with individuals for PhDs, let me add that School of Communication and Media Studies, whatever masters or PhD you get there is accredited. You wouldn't have a problem with GTech.
But how did we settle on Council, Esquire, Samson Lade?
Well, we navigated the media space, and then we got to that. There are lots of people who can be pushed to join the conversation and impacting the democracy we have practiced. We have had a consolidated democracy from 92 up until now. So we were like, okay, we have got so many wonderful voices behind the microphones, behind the screens, and it wasn't easy settling on, you know, the very one that we had. He was okay. He's deep. He's doing so well for the media space, and he's also contributing immensely to our democracy. The legal services he renders, the areas that he touches. Why don't we get him to come engage our students? That going through the process, after our studies, going back to the job market, how are we going to explore all those areas to get, the people, help also to shape and then protect the democracy that we are enjoying? So yes, there are lots of people that we could have settled.
Right.
We really had a tough time settling on, but then we realized that at this age and time, it was going to serve the purpose for the event.
Wonderful. So let's go through the activities. It's a week-long celebration, right? So what is expected to happen?
So on Monday, we'll have the launch of the COMSA 2025. On Tuesday, we'll have an admission fair where we sell out the school for prospective applicants like yourself who is thinking of coming to pursue a PhD. And then
when we are speaking into my future.
Yes.
I really would love to.
Very prophetic.
Yes. So then on Wednesday we'll continue. On Tuesday we'll have time with the lecturers, where would have some of the lecturers interact with us. They will mentor us, and those. Then on Wednesday we'll have the admission fair as well. On Thursday, that is on the 14th, we'll have our seminar, and as you can see, we have the theme there with our revered lawyer and journalist Samson Lada in. Then on the Friday, we'll have a fun trip to Gomwa Wonderland.
Oh wow!
Yes, where we'll have various games,
beautiful place,
and activities. We'll go on hiking, we'll go on swimming and other things. I mean, just like that, work with our play makes Jack a dull boy, so we don't want to be dull in the School of Communication. Then on Saturday, which is the grand finale, we'll have awards and dinner nights where we would be featuring the military band, the Armed Forces band.
Oh, great.
And for the first time in the history of the institution, we would have the 48th Engineering Regiment coming to do fireworks for us.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. It promises to be fun.
Then on Sunday, a little low tempo, we'll go and thank the Lord in one of the churches.
Wow. I'm excited about it. Very excited about it.
Mention the church.
Yeah.
We're the Catholic Church.
Yes. Holy Spirit Catholic Church.
Very well. I'm excited and I look forward to it. But a final one. What are the expected outcomes from this for students and for stakeholders?
Thank you very much. It's expected that by the close of the entire event, students would be equipped with the practical skills needed in contributing to the communication out there from all fronts, especially in helping to consolidate the gains that we have had as a country since 1992 when we returned to the Fourth Republic and all of that. And Samson is going to be the main speaker on the 14th, right, happening at the Central Campus auditorium.
Right.
Now we also have the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Stephen Jobson Mitchell, who's going to be there to also address us, and a host of others. We have a former Vice Chancellor, who is our father, the Chief Oppressor, handling us with development communication, also going to give us a very wonderful delivery. So we invite the entire country, students, and everybody to be there to join us in the celebration.
I was looking forward to the invitation. Thank you so much.
Yes.
We'll be there. We'll be joining you. But thank you so much, Mr. President, Stephen Zure, President, Communication and Media Studies Students Association, University of Education, Winneba. Thank you, Mr. Vice President Charles Babwaji. We'll discuss the Baba later. You understand? And Elizabeth Gatti Hansen, a member of COMSA. So it's happening on campus, University of Education, Winneba, SCA Auditorium, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That's for the seminar.
Coordinating the activities
on
from
campus,
North Campus, Central Campus,
South Campus.
Beautiful. So be part of it. The invitation has been thrown out to you. Let's see you there. Let's come in our numbers. And all COMS students and prospective ones, this is your golden opportunity. Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies. We look forward to the event. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha. This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness. Ministering live, Perez Music alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabi Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie Spitzer and powered by Rima City of Worship.
Life is a celebration of moments, big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
And orange, give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
August 17th, history, tradition, heritage, and football collide in the heart of Accra. Get ready for the 2025 Besse Manche Homo Peace Charity Cup live at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's defending champions Accra Atabok against the fearless challengers Thunder Atop Lions. It's Sunday afternoon football like never before. Kickoff time 5 p.m. This isn't just a match, it's a celebration of culture, a call for peace, and a commitment to youth development and unity. Book your seat now. Dial *713*33*44# to secure your ticket instantly. You can also grab your tickets at the gates on the match day. Ticket prices: Gamashi Special 5 cedis, Popular Stand 10 cedis, Center Line 20 cedis, VIP 100 cedis, VVIP 200 cedis. Let's fill the Accra Sports Stadium. Let's celebrate Ghana. Expect football, expect music, expect culture. Be part of the magic this 17th August at the Accra Sports Stadium. Powered by One World Sports Management. Produced by IMAX Media, Max TV, and this game will also be live on GH1 TV and Channel 1 TV. The Besse Manche Homo Peace Charity Cup Match 2025, where football meets tradition. The Homo Charity Cup Match is in partnership with the NYA. Igniting potential, inspiring change. Sponsors: Stanbic Bank. Media partners.
still grateful that you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We are still grieving, and the nation mourns the 8 gallant men that died in their line of duty. But it's now time for us to have an interview with an individual that we all know in the gospel circles. I'm sure you may have heard of Hiwalelala, that Ga music that really went everywhere, and the individual who is behind this music. Perez Music is in studio with me. Perez, how are you?
Charlie, absolutely.
Trust you're doing well.
One side, yeah. By the grace of God, we're doing well.
You're
Taking
doing
it one day
well.
at a time.
Yeah. But before we start, what has befallen the state? When you heard of the news, how did you take it?
You know, initially, like the first time I heard it, I was just hoping that it wasn't as bad or as catastrophic as I know it was going to be, because when it comes to a helicopter crash, the chances of people surviving are very little. But I had hopes, you know. I had hopes because there were nothing confirmed. Then after about 10-15 minutes, I saw a picture of Dr. Omani Boama, and I just sank. Because I admire him a lot from afar. He's a very brilliant, and I've never met him before, never spoken with him before. But when you hear him talk, like the words actually cut through. Like his words go before him. Like he speaks so clearly, like he communicates so well. And then Mutala, I mean, he has this smile.
Yeah.
He has this smile that he gives anytime. And you know, just about a week ago, he made a very funny comment in Parliament.
Yeah.
That the minority has staged more walkouts than their number in the House, and it was quite quite of a comic relief for everybody. We're all making fun of it. But a week later, then we hear this tragic loss. It's
very sad one.
It's a sad one. I almost wasn't going to come here today because I didn't know how I was even going to communicate. Because I know the minds of people are probably nowhere near some of these things. But then this is what makes us human.
Yeah. Very sad one. But anyway, let's move to you. What have you been up to? Perez Music.
I've been up to a lot, taking it one day at a time, like I said. Currently, we are getting ready to have our yearly concert. Unfortunately, last year we couldn't have it because of a few things. I had to travel, so it messed up our schedule a bit. But this is the 3rd edition. It's glorified, as you can see.
Glorified.
Glorified, and it's the 3rd edition. And our theme for this year is love and kindness. It's been like we've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, as an individual, as a team, and it's been the love and the grace and the kindness of God that has brought us this far. Because some of the arrows that are shot at you are meant to actually destroy you, but it takes the grace of God. So if we are here, I mean, there's a time, regardless of whatever has happened, there's a time and a cause to celebrate, because we all don't get it like that. Like it doesn't go well for all of us at every time. But regardless, the Bible says in everything we should give thanks. In everything, no matter how good, how bad it goes. Thanksgiving is a weapon. It's one of the Bible says that they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Your testimony is another form of thanksgiving, and it's powerful. It's a very powerful thing. It goes before you. I mean, it can open closed doors for you when you are grateful. It can give you. It can actually go before you and break through things for you. So that's one of the main reasons why we're putting this concert together. Also to bring people who have experienced the love and kindness of God, people who understand that if not for God, they wouldn't be where they are today. I mean, we are calling them, come, let's be in one space, lift up thanksgiving and gratitude.
That is the 3rd edition.
This is the 3rd edition.
So you've done first 2 already.
First 2 already.
How was it like?
Oh, the first one was good, but the second one was, I don't know if you've seen my Carrefour video, if you've seen the Sunday school medley. Recently we released a medley, like another medley, like 2 days ago, and all were recorded during that event. It was powerful, and the kind of testimonies that we get, or we've been getting, is amazing. Recently somebody called me, said, Charlie, me and my wife can't see you, and I said, why, what's up? So Charlie, be your concert under me, I meet town for. I don't know, I'm a couch, they sit my body where we talk. No.
You know that.
Yeah, and I've had people also when it comes to childbirth, you know, people with complications, and I mean, it's not us. It's just an environment we've created, and the Spirit of God, that's what He wants. So, and we are expectant that this year also we're going to hear some amazing testimonies.
But this event is actually free?
It's free.
Wow.
Yeah, it's free. Eddie's Pizza is sponsoring us in a way. We have Ego Tickets and other media houses too as well. And this year, we have the glorious daughters of glorious Jesus. Yes, they are going to be there with us, and it's going to be amazing. I mean, when I told them that, oh, I'm having this concert, I wanted to put them on, they were so excited. And so we're going to give them ample time to be a blessing to anybody that's going to be there. It's free. You can come with your family, your friends, but we also appreciate if you register. You know, star 713 star 33 star 455 hash.
So you know that you are coming.
Yes, or you can just go to the Ego Tickets website and then just register. We would want to have you on our database so we know how to prepare or prep for you.
Beautiful. We may have heard of your stories over and over and over again, but where did you start from? Perez Music.
Charlie, from the innermost part of Abosokai, one ghetto boy that God has shown favor, down to the streets of Infanspim, inside Boche, and still God continues to show.
Is it gospel you were doing when you started?
No. Charlie, what about me? Like, I mean, can you back here? What about me? We've been there, but that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah.
You know, it's the ingredients that forms us. I used to be a secular producer.
Okay.
I used to work with people like Article 1, Pop Skinny, Screwface, you know. I used to do stuff for them, and then I also used to be an editor.
Oh.
You know, I've been in the industry. I used to be an editor. I worked at Farmhouse, Foresight TV.
That's a video editor?
Yeah.
Okay.
GH1. I've been with TV3 Media General before. I've also done camera. I've done a few directing for people too as well. So I've been there, done that. Yeah.
Been there?
Yeah.
But which of the instruments do you play?
I am not really an instrumentalist. I only play when I'm writing.
Oh, okay.
And I mean some basic chords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the keyboard. Yeah, I just but everything's here.
Wow. So at what point did you decide that I want to do gospel? I've done the secular, it's enough. I've been with the secular guys. I want to take the gospel on to the next level.
So there were a series of events. One of them was actually a heartbreak.
Oh.
You know, some girl broke my heart. Deep, cut me. And I mean, it was like that switch for me. Because I realized that I was depending on things that are very fragile. There's deeper. There's supposed to be something that's deeper. There's a love that no fire can quench. And you need to. I needed to position myself in a way that some of these things will not affect me again.
Okay.
And they were the shallow pleasures of life. So I was like, you know what? I have done everything that is there to do on this earth. Like, okay, not everything. I mean, most of the things that a young man had explored. So I used to ask myself that, okay, to what end? What is my purpose on this earth? Why did God bring me? I cannot just be another story or another person that walks on the surface of this earth and just goes unnoticed, no influence, not a blessing to anybody. And I remember some of the prophecies, some of the prayers that my mom had prayed over me, and prophecies that pastors had given me. So I was like, you know what, let me go back. I started in the church. I left when I got to university. From secondary school to university, I stopped going to church.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I wanted to be free. You know, I'm from a home where you'll be forced to go to church on Sunday. Like, you're not even allowed to go out. I've never been to National Theatre. I had never been to Ifwa Saladan Park. And you know the funny thing, they'll not tell you that you can go. The last day, when everybody is getting ready, the mom will tell you that no, she doesn't think you should go. So just imagine. And so when I got to SS and I got a little bit of freedom, you can just imagine. I really explored. Like I went all out. But then I realized that, Charlie, it doesn't satisfy.
Yeah.
You drink, when that drink is over, you want another bottle.
Yeah.
Smoke one another, you want another one.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't satisfy. So if you depend on that, you're not going anywhere.
True.
So I had to trace my route. And it's not I mean, there might be somebody out there listening to me. You think that God is not willing to accept you. You think that you might have gone too far. I mean, what's the worst thing that you have done? Even murderers, he's interested in them. Like Christ didn't come and die for nothing. He was touched. He's been touched by our afflictions. He's been wounded by our afflictions. He feels what we feel. He understands what we understand. So regardless of how far you have gone, you can still come back.
Yeah.
And you know, he's a creator of time. He stepped out of time and he made time. So no matter what, no matter the time you feel like you have lost, he can bring you back. He can compress time. He can expand time. He can slow time down for you. So just come back, and I believe in the God that restores. He can restore you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you moved in and you did the gospel music. What was your first song that blew Perez music out there?
I think it was an issue of growth. It started bit by bit.
Okay.
The song that climaxed this was Walelala.
Oh.
Yes, that was one of the songs that, you know.
Which I would wish we play at a point. But sing a line or two in the verse.
Oh, I am the Lord, the one who keepeth thee. I'm the one who gives you strength, and I will uphold you by my hand.
The lyrics in there very heavy, but why the decision to do it in Ga?
It wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional. It was a so. Sorry, excuse me. The morning I got this song, I had been through one of the worst traumas in my life. Like, it was one of the worst periods in my life. Like, that morning was so bad. It started around 5:30 in the morning. It was so terrible. Like, a lot of things happened. And then I said, me and God, we don't get any issue again. If you can allow, if you can allow this to happen to me, then I don't want to have anything to do with him again. So I left, went to be with my friends, went to sit somewhere, like we're out, like. So when I left them and I was coming, I was walking back home. At that time, I didn't even have a car. I was walking back home, just behind Accra Academy Secondary School. Then I heard the song. I heard it being sung in my ears. So between that place and roundabout, the roundabout at the
Zawudome or just close to. Okay, there is one at Coco Clinic.
Coco Clinic, exactly. That was when I heard the song. So when I got there, I'm like, I wasn't really paying attention to it, and the thing just clicked me. So I took my phone and then I recorded the idea. Yeah, recorded the idea. Then when we got to the studio, like, it was time to do a recording, and I just brought it out. When my producer, Spunkies, shout out to him wherever he is. I mean, he's working tirelessly at Greater Works this week. He just heard the song. It was like, no, we have to record this. So when we started playing, I'm like, Charlie, the songs, you know, they could do different. He said, no, we could finish them. Then we finished it, and this is how far the Lord has brought us. And the funny thing is, when I released that song, my mom was down with cancer. She was, but the one thing that excites me, like, it gives me cause to keep going on.
Yeah.
She prayed over the song before passing. She prayed. I remember that was when I was also planning to do my first Glorified concert. The concert was on the 28th of August, and she died on the 4th of August.
Oh, sad.
Yeah. She prayed over the posters and some of the tickets that we had back then, and told me that she really spoke some words of encouragement into my spirit. So anytime I hear that song, it reminds me of her, and I feel like it was her gift to me in a way. I mean, that's how I feel.
Oh, beautiful. And after Hewalelala, which other songs did you come out with?
Well, I've released a lot of songs. I have Mini Mafe.
Yeah.
Mini Mafe. Wala, wala, Wakeboji walache.
And that's what the nation has to take now. You know,
and this is the part I like. Okudo. Okudongbe. Boji money kudo. Oh. Okudongbe. Okemi ashe. Okemi ashe. Manche. Okemi ashe. Okemi ashe.
Beautiful one. Hold on, let's play the Hiwalelala. Enjoy this music and we'll continue with the conversation after.
Boy, wale mawono, e fonko bogbeno, e nyela yito ike pamo, e kukuranya bano. Mawo boy, wale mawono, e fonko bogbeno, e nyela yito ike pamo, e kukuranya bano. Ma wachepo, bio shele fashion ashia. Ma wachepo. Ma hoshele fenshona shia engela yito ikekamo e kokuranya bano engela yito ikekamo e kokuranya bano. Come on. Mawo wale mawono e fonko bao beno engela yito ikekamo e kokuranya bano. Mawo wale mawono e fonko bao beno Ito ikababo, eko kuranya bano. Ma wachepo, mi oshele fenshona shia. Ma wachepo, ma oshele fenshona shia. Enyala ito ikabamo eko kuranya bano. Enyala ito ikabamo eko kuranya bano. Hey, I am the Lord. Come on. Who keep your feet, the one who gives you strength, and I will uphold you by my hand. Say, I am the Lord. I am the Lord, the one who keep their feet, the one who gives you strength.
Beautiful one there. That is Perez music. Well, now that we've moved away from this and whole music thing, how is the industry like? Music industry?
That's a tricky one. You know, one of the things that worries, I don't want to say worries, but one of the things we need to fix is that we lack structures.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no structures that you can say that I'm following this and this and this and that, and I can get this result.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the things we need to really put in place. If we are able to put that in place, and when I say put in place, I'm not talking just about the music industry, because we are intertwined.
Yeah.
Music, television, the movie industry, events.
Yeah.
You know, which other one? Like all these the video industry, the audio, the production industry. Like if we are able to put structures to all these things, I mean, we would all benefit from it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the music industry cannot stand on its own without the event industry. And the event industry cannot thrive without the music industry.
Yeah.
And it's the same with television.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The entire media space, we need each other. So I think it's high time, instead of having pockets of associations, we find a way to come together. And there's this thing I always say. We don't need to manage our affairs as musicians.
Okay.
We are musicians. But if we have to get the best administrator who understands business administration and is not a musician, let's put the person there to manage the music, the whatever.
Yeah.
There are people who understand our industry, but probably they are not musicians. We don't really need to put the fact that he's a filmmaker or he's a I'm not saying that it's not possible. There are some of us too who are very, very knowledgeable apart from the music. But instead of settling around, oh, he's also a musician, so let's put him there.
Yeah.
Why don't we look for somebody who can actually do the work?
Who can do the work.
Somebody who can actually help us put the structures together. You know, for me, I've always been thinking about that, and I feel that if we're able to look beyond ourselves sometimes, we'll get people who would see the industry from an eagle's point of view.
Yeah.
You know, like he will have an overview. If you are with me and we are on the same level, I might not see too much.
Yeah.
But when somebody is coming from outside, standing at a higher on a higher place, or from an eagle's perspective, they can say that, okay, no, you're good, go here, you go here, you go here, and I think it will help.
Wow, that's interesting. Very you've really looked at the industry well to really come up with this. But now that Hiwalelala has come, other ones have come. Someone will ask, you do music full time?
For now, yes.
Full time?
Yes.
But you're a husband, so how do you juggle home, work, that is music, go for rehearsal and all those
like
things?
Sam George will say, my wife is supportive.
Oh, that's nice.
Structures that I'm still trying to put in place.
Yeah.
Some are in place already. So small. It's not easy. We are trying, but I'm going to go back to school from next year. There are one or two things I want to see if I can venture into. So I need to, you know,
Any new song you're cooking?
Yeah. You know, I don't like to talk about things until I'm done.
Oh, okay.
So let's finish.
Okay.
But I have some songs. Recently I released a song titled By Prayer.
Okay.
It's a very good song. And I have another song titled We Go the Hill, or We Go Hill. And I'm thinking of releasing that before the concert or right after the concert. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
bless
there was also another the Sunday school medley.
Yeah. I mean, that has also been a blessing to a lot of people. And we thank God for that.
Wow. So you should go out there and listen to Perez music. He's doing so well. And I like the fact that you also, you listen to the songs come out, they speak to issues and problems.
Yeah.
Now that the country is grieving, what will you say that should be the, what will console the entire country that we are grieving?
I mean, for the president, I would, if I should get the opportunity, I would give Hiwalelala to him.
Yeah.
Because at this point, he needs the strength. He needs the strength. I mean, the Lord is with him, and the Lord is going to help him, but he needs the strength. If I were around him, I'd put that song on repeat 24/7, and for him to draw strength from. Because where he sits and what has happened, it would take a heart of a lion.
Yeah.
It would take a heart of a lion. And I know how close he was with Dr.
Manibwama,
Manibwama.
yeah.
I've seen pictures. And to see the president cry yesterday, I mean, I felt it. And I've lost my mom before, and I know the pain.
Yeah.
But I cannot even imagine what he's going through now. And for me, one of the things I'll plead with people is, you know, let's reduce the commentary.
Yeah.
Or even if we have to, let's be considerate. You know, let's be considerate. This is not the time for certain things. This is not the time for certain things. How we come out of this situation is more important than where we find ourselves now.
Very true.
But how we come out of this situation will be determined by how we handle situations now.
Yeah.
So let's just be careful.
Well, that's Paris music for you. Let's bring you bits and pieces of the Sunday medley, and let's enjoy that one. When we come back, we'll give you a surprise on the show. I have some tickets for you, not for the program though, but I'll tell you what it is about after this. So this is how the Glorify concert is. This was the first or second?
This was the second edition.
Second edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can tell the vibe there.
Charlie, it was amazing. It was amazing. And this we had the Legon Maspa, UG Maspa with us. So they were the ones behind us, and they made it amazing. It was an amazing experience. And this year we have Joyful Way coming to as well. Joyful Way is going to be with us.
Okay. So this is what I would do. I want to ask you out there, if you send a message to WhatsApp line 0204 4473 44 0204 447033, stating what the event is about, the name of the event. I have a voucher for you here. Yeah, just 2 people. Not for the event, because the event is free. This voucher is for you to go to where?
Eddie's Pizza. Eddie's Pizza is one of our sponsors, so we're giving out 2 tickets to some of people listening or people watching right now. Depending on the questions you decide to ask them, or even if
I've
you
already
decide,
asked them the question.
If you decide to give it to them for free, that's fine. We want to give out to people to go and enjoy, and And when you go there, take a video for us and send it to us or tag us. Let's know that you appreciate it, because we also appreciate it.
Which people qualify to be at this event?
Everybody, anybody, Muslim, Christian, anybody. Whether you're on the streets, come. We're creating an environment for restoration, an environment for salvation, very important, an environment for healing, an environment for strengthening. It's a place that when you come, our prayers, constant prayers, we've been praying constantly that you will not leave there the same, but you leave there better.
Yeah.
And if you've lost hope, you leave there with hope. Because some of us, we're at the verge of committing suicide.
Whoa.
And if God can take us from that edge and bring us to this point, what can't He do with anybody? Because I am a living testimony.
Well, Paris Music, thank you so much for
Thank you for
this.
having me.
And this is happening at Victory Bible Church.
Yes, inside our
on inside Awoshi. This is August 31. Make sure that you are part of the event. It's at what time?
It's at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
And please come on time, because those who attended the last edition will tell you that we close on time.
Oh,
we
how many hours?
We close by 8:30.
By 8:30.
Because we believe that people have to go to work.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
So please, if you're coming, come on time. A few people came quite late, and when they came, we're almost at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, we are really, this time we are not going to go beyond 9 p.m. Latest by 8:45.
You're done.
8:50 we are done. Yes. And please, if you can permit me, I want to say a very big thank you to Bishop Taki Aboy for his love, his support, giving us his church, and to the entire leadership of the Victory Bible Church. We say thank you, Praise Music and the Rema City of Worship. We are very grateful. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much, Paris Music. Make sure that you are part of the event. But I still have your ticket here for you. Send a text message. Send the message. If you send a message, I would give you the ticket so that you can enjoy yourself when you get to this pizza that is supporting this all-important event. Well, we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll bring you more on Breakfast Daily.
This August, get ready for an unforgettable night of worship and celebration as Perez Music presents Glorified, dubbed His Love and Kindness. Ministering live, Perez Music, alongside the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus. Also ministering Joyful Way Incorporated, Minister Gabby Akwe and Edom Evangelist. Join us on Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025 at 4 p.m. sharp at the Victory Bible Church, Awoshi Dominion Sanctuary for an evening of powerful ministry and praise. It's absolutely free. But if you would like to support this ministry, you can do so by purchasing our special event merchandise or call 0557 116 607. That is 0557 116 607. Let's come together and raise a sound of gratitude for God's love and kindness. It's going to be nothing short of heaven on earth. This event is proudly sponsored by Eddie's Pizza and powered by Rema City of Worship.
Welcome. It's Play to Aid.
Get ready for the game show where every play has a purpose. Welcome to Play to Aid, the only game show where your knowledge and skill don't just win you prizes, they help change lives.
What sport is considered the most popular in the world?
Football. Every point you earn goes toward real-world support, from school supplies to health kits, clean water to emergency relief. Play smart, play big, play to aid. Catch all the action, the drama, and the heat.
Most commonly spoken language in Brazil.
Portuguese. Play to Aid every Sunday at 3:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Edna, let's begin.
The Play to Aid game show is proudly sponsored by Tank Palace, Giraffe Island, and VVIP.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, you should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebaut. How Zebaut there? Zebaut won Chaboke.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me.
Join
the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Want the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday.
We're grateful you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. And now that still on the show, we'll bring you a number of things that will be happening at the various areas, the ministry, the presidency, and also the family homes of the departed. But on the show, we visit the communities and try and look at the issues regarding or within some communities. Today, we are still on the issue of road carnage and also crashes on the roads, among other things. Just yesterday or 3 days ago, there was a story that came in that intercity transport operator 2M Express had denied reports linking to one of its vehicles to a tragic road accident that occurred on August 6 along the Ejusu Konongo area. This particular road accident, which is not in 2M Express, still had, as a different vehicle, a different company, but still had individuals dying in that road crash. Again, some 16 or 15 individuals also perished when they were returning from a church activity on the Accra-Kumasi highway. But Chris, today's on, we are looking at the rickety vehicles. Maybe there may be a vehicle you've boarded or you are on, and you've seen how bad that road, that vehicle, the bad condition that vehicle is in, but you really do not know what to say about it. Is what they are asking the driver to fix the vehicle, or the authorities are up and doing when it comes to ensuring that the vehicles that ply our road are roadworthy, among other things. But Chris, we have a report that has been filed by Elizabeth Okanse. We'll bring you that report. When the report ends, we will have conversations around issues of rickety vehicles plying the roads in Ghana.
This isn't a junkyard. It is a movie minibus, commonly known as Trotro, captured with a hidden camera during a ride from Tema to Accra. The driver struggles with a barely functioning steering wheel wrapped in exposed wires. The brakes squealed with every stop, while passengers cling to their seats with growing unease. For many, the daily commute has become a leap of faith. Yet, with few alternatives, thousands board these vehicles, barely fully aware of the risks involved.
Almost 70%. And I can see you the annual yanko. And they buy you and you overful. Also for this. No Casimni, and Yakura. Wait me a faka be a bedroom hanahano, now costing. My son say, we never been into a so many genisa. I feel so no can't be all cranes you to a babuak of Pimbra, Ubidru baby, oko.
Some commuters told Channel 1 News they have endured injury, damaged belongings, and even soaked clothing thanks to leaking roof, shattered windows, and general neglect by vehicle owners.
And some of the trotters, they are very, very old. They are very old. Some even, see, you are entering, it can catch you. Very, very old. You can even look at this one. Look at how the state of the car is. Very old. Yeah, very bad, very bad. So the maintenance is not there. They don't maintain their vehicle at all.
Drivers, meanwhile, cite the high cost of spare parts, poor road conditions, and unpredictable earnings as reasons for delayed or skipped maintenance, despite recent fuel price reductions.
Musa seat amoye. Me wunsu for seat na moye. That any seat in you. Ni seat mu. They be a passenger seat obu adentia.
It's a cow nanu. Auntie so me gi 50 pesos. Aden. It's a doctor kotoa the same price. Okoto goswa the same price. Aden ne yenkwa ye kanu na we na abalo.
Oh, sa so passing this animal man ma find blue food oil ne ka ho no ma beble and say me inji kura me inji na ha me. Me cause this year me cause of ko bi sai almost 250 million. 250 million say the first one indicator on 177 177. I increase it 250 million.
In a fiercely competitive industries, some drivers admit they have little choice but to keep their vehicles running in any condition just to stay afloat.
Oh, so near me yani kakra. The maho de betimi na atona ye. Jebu onzo so na mekona mintimi a ebo no wosoro na me ne the auto na de na kasa na bia matua bi na ka bi. Ntimi be ye wie na be ye dwuma kakra na me de balance akoma no.
Nti se wako ahani bubuashi we bubuashi ka mo na metina no ahani bubuashi 2 cedi 50 pesos send on the beko send on the beba no be 50 Ghana wom e de aye obesan to fuel ansana sales ansana chop money ansana asem.
Passengers also lament inadequate infrastructure at bus terminals, pointing to the lack of shelter, long queues, and a shortage of vehicles on busy routes. Authorities, however, says reforms are underway. Public Relations Officer of the National Road Safety Authority says the agency is working with the DVLA to clamp down on dilapidated vehicles and enforce roadworthiness regulation in a bid to curb avoidable accidents.
And so we have been collaborating with DVLA to enforce certain bylaws and certain policies so that we'll make sure that they are off the road. And recently, together with DVLA, led by DVLA, we are enforcing the road side check of defect and infraction delinquency.
This is more than Churchill Diaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to also engage you out there. When last did you board Chosky? The condition of the Chosky. 0302-784-969. 0302-784-969. Chris, what do you make of the Churchill public transport we have in the country? Specifically, you go to Kaneshie, Odoko, Circle, Medina, Adenta, coupled with the fact that we have deployable roads?
I think it's quite unfortunate, especially on the part of the passengers, because yes, you're paying, you know, to move from one place to another, but you're not paying to be stressing to be moving from one place to another, because it's already a lot of stress to be in a line to enter the vehicle, and then sometimes you just want to relax in the vehicle, but then you enter the vehicle and realize it's a weapon of mass destruction. So you're like, what am I really paying for? And also on the other hand, this whole roadworthy by the DVLA, are the roads worthy? Are the cars even worthy? So it's I don't know.
So because when I visited the Francois in Soham Highway, and I filed the report, there was one of the drivers who asked that, is this road worthy for the police to be asking us how worthy our cars
are? The cars are, you know.
So you would board a Churchill, and before you even get to work, your attire is dirty, or it
will tear it.
Yes.
Sometimes.
You understand?
It might even cut you. So when it cuts you, sometimes you need to go and take tetanus shots and all that.
So we're also asking you out there, join us 0302-784-969. So you tell us your experience in a rickety public transport, what really you want the authorities to do about it, because it was in this country that we were in that a directive came that all public transport or commercial vehicles should have seat belts, thinking that some form of monitoring would go on so people would have the needed seat belts in the vehicles.
But when you say that, like when we say all forms of public transport should have seat belts, do they realize that when some of these buses are brought from wherever they are brought from, they actually have to realign the chairs? So maybe the chairs are meant for like only 3 people. They have to remove the original chair and then create their own chairs for like more passengers to fit. So where is the space for the seat belts? Are we going to now?
good question.
Oh, Lord.
Mustafa is joining us. Mustafa, good morning. Okay, so we actually had Mustafa, but I think he's gone off the call. But
So how are you going to do that? Because the driver and the owner of the car are trying to meet some certain target. So another thing to what each one of the drivers said, that the owners of the cars don't really care.
Yes.
Maybe when they start taking the cars or seizing the cars, they will care about how their cars look.
They also do not care because should you repair the vehicle, the next minute is on a deployable road.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yes.
That's another angle.
So it makes it difficult. Clement from Domi, good morning. What do you have to say about this? When last did you board a public vehicle, and what are the concerns you want to share about rickety vehicles that we have on most of our roads?
Actually, that was 2023. I bought it from TVT as a and it was actually raining, so the rain fall on us through our journey.
Wow.
And it was very pathetic, very bad. Practically everyone in the car was wet. And we were feeling cold. So I think the Ministry of Transport should be up and doing. There are some cars that are not supposed to be on the road. They should grant them. And some of the car owners too, they shouldn't use the high price of spare parts, and they are not attending to their vehicles with maintenance and other stuff. Because if the car is not in good shape and then you put it on the road just because you need money and you are not maintaining the car, think about the lives of the people that are in the car. Because if there's no human being to board the car, you wouldn't be on the road. So I think the authorities should be up and doing, because we have come a long way. Nowadays, accidents kill lives more than any other thing in this world, especially Ghana in particular. So I think the authorities should look into that as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I like what he said, that people should maintain their cars too. Especially owners of the cars should learn how to maintain their cars if they want their cars on the road. But like you said, if I'm going to maintain my car, where am I going to drive it on? Which road? Because the truth is that these spare parts are very expensive.
Very.
Very, very, very expensive.
Very expensive.
So if we are going to be changing spare parts every 3 months, is this still going to be riding on that road? How much am I making? I have a family to feed. The driver needs to feed his own family. The mate needs to get some money at the end of the day. Anyway, we have a caller from Baoleshi joining us. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Kobe. I'm calling from Baoleshi, closer to Dodowa.
All right, Kobe, can you share your experience with us with public transport?
There is a particular issue that bothers me so much concerning this thing you are discussing. So maybe through your medium, you can help them relook at it. Sometimes you'd realize that the cars that we are complaining of, by the time you check, the DVLA sticker is okay, it's not expired. But then, there are instances where you see that somebody, a strong car, right from the DVLA, maybe 3 days, 4 days, there is an issue with the car, maybe the tire or something, but that car will be moving. It can equally cause an accident.
Right.
So I believe that the major concern should be the road. In all circumstances, when the roads are a bit okay, I think the accidents will be reduced. Because just like we are seeing stronger cars and heavy cars even getting accidents, in some cases, the truck drivers, they themselves, knowing that their cars are faulty, they can slow down. But I would like the focus to be on the road. Because a strong car, a rickety car, it will be very difficult to tell. You see a car with a good body, but mechanically it has issues.
Right.
So yes, I would like your medium to help us. Let authorities concentrate on the road more. Then at least the police will have very little work to do.
Right.
That's my little contribution.
Thank you so much, Kavi. Thank you for joining us. You heard him. The roads.
The roads, yeah.
It's more of the roads than the cars.
But then again, though, I also taken from this point. If the roads are in deplorable state, agreed. But some of the owners of the vehicles or the drivers will leave the vehicle in a very bad state. You see a vehicle rusting, and the person actually does nothing about it because for him, this is what is allowed on the road. So I'll definitely drive it on the road. And it's also another bad issue. Godwin from East Legon is joining us. Godwin, what do you make of this? Let's hear from you.
Boss, good morning. I send my greetings to your followers and your listeners. I'm very interested in this conversation. It's very terrible. It's very, very terrible. Sometimes I feel very bad being in Ghana, or even though I'm.
Oh, sorry. We lost Godwin there. I actually wanted to ask him why he feels bad being in Ghana.
The minute he said he just started being in Ghana,
yeah.
The line went off.
Is it that someone cut the call? But I think I also understand it because when you go to the Western countries, their transportation system works.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you would find rickety vehicles on the streets of maybe London, or you find rickety vehicles on the streets of New York or all that. But here we have it in Ghana. Andy joining us live. Andy, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear from you. What do you make of this conversation?
Okay. My little contribution is I stay in Dansoman.
Okay.
And then from Dansoman to Seka, I'm very tall in stature. So anytime I board a car, I have to coil my legs like a snake under the seat. It's terrible. And as the previous caller said, who normally gives out the DVLA sticker to the car, do they go there for verification before they are qualified as roadworthy and they are to apply it on the road? If they are not qualified, why do they issue the roadworthy certificate to them? And I have a whole lot of challenge. The police are much aware of some of these things. And because they want to get money out of these truck drivers, they don't, so based on that I have arrested you, then they take money. This is the problem. And I don't know. So if going forward, if there's going to be institute a law that will make sure that all vehicles that will fly on our road, especially with the truck drivers, they have to do a physical verification of the vehicle before a roadworthy certificate is issued out to them.
Right.
Either than that, we'll be where we are. Sometimes the queue will be long and you don't have any option than to just sit in because you'll be late for work. So the government should look at some of these things for us. The DVLA should look at some of these things for us. The police will be encouraged to arrest some of these things, pack those vehicles aside. The last time I was in the vehicle when it was raining, and you can imagine somebody putting on umbrella in the vehicle. It's serious.
Oh no, hold on. You were in a vehicle that ideally should have a shelter, and because it was raining, someone had to open an umbrella in the vehicle.
In the vehicle.
Is that to say that there were leakages in the vehicle for which the water was coming into the car?
That day, it's like everybody was virtually wet in the car.
Wow.
And where the mate was sitting, there was no glass there. So the mate there, every part of the body was totally
He went home well bathed, like he took a bath in the vehicle.
It's terrible. And these are the vehicles that are applying on our road now. And they are not doing anything about it. They will go there, DVLA will take their money, they will issue out a certificate to them.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much for that. I think that the point he has made is also very interesting. But I don't know, I also saw a video of a church roll where there were passengers in there. It was raining. Unfortunately, they had a market woman that had a pan and had to hold the pan to receive the water that was leaking into the vehicle. And now that it's a rainy season,
There's
We're going to
be a
see
lot
more
more
of these
that.
things.
Yes. Because even the second caller said the same thing, that it was in 2023, he said.
Yeah, 2023.
And they all got wet. So it's a real thing.
Wow.
Anyway,
Mohammed. Yeah.
Mohammed is joining us on the line right now. Hi, Mohammed.
Yes. Hi, morning.
Good morning. You are welcome to Breakfast Daily. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Katamasu.
All right. Mohammed, can you share your experience with us?
Please, I also had an incident from Tema to Katamasu where, though our route is very deplorable, from Mashama down to where we find ourselves. But sometimes you pick a car, if you are not carefully, when you are wearing slippers, you can even step something like what you people are talking about, the rickets, and then you get hurt. And then later when you are trying to complain to the drivers or the maids, it will turn to a quarrel. And so we wish maybe if they could do something about those things, it will help us a lot.
Right.
We are suffering because when you experience those things, if someone who is not all that, maybe who can take care of him or herself or taking it as serious, taking it to hospital to take care of it, maybe it will lead to something different.
Right.
Yes.
So when you report to the mates and the drivers, what do they say?
Sometimes they will tell you, if you wish, never use their car.
Oh, wow.
They are not the only people that is using that route.
Wow.
I had an incident like that, so I have to go to hospital to do some checkup because of tetanus.
Sorry. But it was good that you went to the hospital. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anyway, it's very important that you get yourself checked out anytime that you are caught, in one of these vehicles.
Because of how the rusty nature of the vehicles, you don't even know where you are placing your leg. You don't know where your tie is. You don't know where your arm will be. Even with the clothing you are wearing to work, you can't even tell whether by the time you get to the office, if you are in a white shirt, it's still going to be in the white color. There was this message which somebody has sent. Says, I think the pressure should be put on the association at main stations to ensure that all cars are in good condition. Inspectors should go there and check cars at least monthly before they start loading passengers and putting their lives in danger. Michael from New Botiano, you are joining us live. What do you have to say about this?
Honestly, you are Channel 1, I say thumbs up for all the discussions and issues you've been bringing up for us to discuss.
Thank you.
The issue of public transport in this country, honestly speaking, has to take a holistic overhaul for us to be able to actually handle it. Ghana deserves better. Honestly, Ghana deserves better. Where we have gotten to in this age, the services the transport, the GPRTU are giving to the public is abysmal. It's so poor. You can talk about it anywhere. Now, while the main issue we have to tackle is about the acquisition of the vehicle, the pressure on the owners is too much. The loans they go in for to acquire those vehicles. And so there is so much demand on the drivers just to bring money.
Right.
So the welfare and the well-being of the passenger is out of the question.
Right.
The drivers, some of them, when they take the car from Monday, they don't go to the house. They sleep in the car. That's why you see some of them so dirty and smelly. Because they have to make the target. The work and pay they take. The money is so exorbitant, you can't blame the people who have acquired the vehicle. The risk is too high. When you go to Abosukai, the parts, some of them are already bad and they have refurbished it in the way. When they go and acquire it and fix it on these vehicles, hey, it's another problem. I'm saying is, this issue you people are taking it up. Let us refine it. Let's see how best we can really tackle it as a country so that it just doesn't end at this program. We have to go into it. There is so much. Ghanaians deserve better when it comes to public transport. If you own a car and you get out of your car and your car has a problem, you join a public transport.
Yeah.
If the public transport is in bad state and goes to crash, and you are not lucky and you are dead, our airways are not safe, our lands are not safe, our water is not safe. Let us do something better. Thank you very much for the program, Yahweh.
Thank you, Chief. That's a detailed explanation he's given from his point of view, stating that the parts are expensive. The drivers who would want to stay long hours to make money to buy the parts, the amount of money they've incurred when it comes to buying of the vehicle itself, paying loans and all that, is also something that has to be considered. But sometimes too, I think that shouldn't also be an excuse for putting your vehicle in a very bad state for the ordinary Ghanaian to board. We have Emmanuel from Dome. Emmanuel, good morning. What do you make of the conversation we're having?
Good morning, sir. Can you permit me to speak to you?
Feel free.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Yen na yen shade awa reho a ewo mo Ghana ane. Ye di kan no. Program na mo ye na e meche. E bia metie mo. Authorities ewo Ghana ha no don't care about trotro. Na trotro commercial work no. Inti American say say I say private school and government school. Private school, always take care of the BBA air condition, and the what I say. And so, government school, a converted ultimate class. Into acquire say, what she cast na a year, Jumani Nana. Mukomu, and paying for no be brave na cast in a year, Juma. And so I'm running here, Juma. Said the whole dome, Babinya. From Atomic Runabout, this is in France, the new station. And so you're here, Juma, and drive any year in your place, meet in the year in your place. Yeah, I can say, you're station master.
Station master? Station master, why?
I will cry.
Okay. Dome Kwana so.
Dome Kwana so.
Okay.
Me being my boy, a bear who, my boy, me, Yankasa. The new station, the whole Domeho, St. John's, main road, no so, was friends and more, no, and came walk a car, and Omodia Legon. I Munamoko school, Legon, station, Madina, station, Dodoa, station. So call, I am someone in Bashaw. A book before back, a budget permit. All the time, what baller I go. Recently, me and my quiet concrete kakra the amom, and the crown, the motion and mechanic. I am a pass and Menamo and Menamocasa. Not Regimano. A bit more if in paying for no, and more if in paying for no. But what's a prayer? I could come paying for ya, and maintenance, a cost of papa and Caplin and Coshiapi.
Okay, thank you so much. Chris, basically what he's saying is along Dome to Hacho or along that stretch, there isn't any major bus terminal that you would have people move there to board vehicle and all that. The government would have to look at that. And he's saying that if the commercial transport business will boom or there will be some discipline with it, within the sector, it depends solely on the authorities.
True.
And that the authorities must pay attention to this sector. Getting the fact that he looked at it from the point that it's like a private school and a public school.
Compared to a public school.
So you would pay attention to the private school by the private people. I'm sure he's referring to people having private vehicles. So you have your own vehicle, you take good care of your vehicle, put it into good condition and all that. Because mind you, most of the authorities that are supposed to get these things checked are in their private vehicles. The DVLA boss is in his private vehicle. The National Road Safety Authority boss is in his private vehicle. The MTTD boss is in his private vehicle. And when it comes to the authorities that are supposed to ensure that our roads are made more travelable, through roads ministry, the boss is in his private vehicle, the transport ministry as well in his private vehicle. So that these people wouldn't have the chance to actually stay or be experiencing what is the ordinary Ghanaian is experiencing. So it's going to be like, okay, fine. So we are seeing what is happening, but as to the kind of measures we are supposed to put in place as officers or as authorities, we are yet to put in place because we are not directly involved when it comes to these things. But Chris, we have Mr. Abaka, Amos Abaka, who is the manager for vehicle inspection and registration, join us live to let us understand what the authorities do about this thing, checking the commercial vehicles on the road and ensuring that passengers get the best to sit in for commute from one place to the other. So Amos Abaka is the manager, vehicle inspection and registration at the DVLA. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, by grace, I'm fine.
Okay. First of all, I want to find out from you, when last did you conduct an inspection to see the rickety vehicles we have on our roads?
Thank you very much, my brother. We are all aware that indeed this is a problem. And so it is a routine activity. And once we review our operational activities, going forward, we decided to deploy strategy to deal with matters like this. And so now the authority has what they call the compliance and enforcement unit. In fact, not long ago, you remember there were some fines that were circulating in the media.
The 225.
Yes. So, in actual fact, enforcement is the police, even though the LI gives us some kind of responsibility. And so, in between the time the people come for roadworthy and the next inspection, 6 months or 1 year, a lot of things happen. That is why the law envisaged that enforcement would show the gap in that respect. And so our strategy for now to deal with this matter is to form the compliance and enforcement units who are empowered to be on the road so that we will be able to take care of those things. And so our compliance and enforcement unit routinely go out there, and any vehicle that has defects, we invite you to the office, we revoke your roadworthy and other documents, and you will be compelled to undertake those repairs before the vehicle is left back on the road.
But Mr. Abaka, often we see most of these vehicles have roadworthy certificate attached or pasted at the windscreen, and one will ask that how were they able to easily acquire it? Looking at the kind of vehicle that this vehicle did not just get in bad shape within 6 months or a year. It's been in a very bad shape for a very long time. What do you really consider before giving out a roadworthy certificate to a driver or a vehicle owner?
Indeed, the authority having noticed this kind of challenge is the reason why we had partnerships with private individuals who have capital to put up private garages, hoping that they would ensure that the vehicles are examined and then before they are given the sticker and let on the road. But still having noticed that this is still happening, that is why the compliance and enforcement unit was put together. And they are a small unit for now, but it's been upscaled and resourced so that they will expand and be visible across. Because that is the only way that we can get involved in the activity and make sure that such vehicles don't get to the road. Again, the private garages are themselves being monitored. In fact, there is a program to log on to their system, merge, so that we can see in real time what they do, which is ongoing. When that project is completed, then we'll be able to know at once whether the garage the vehicles went there or they didn't go there. We can monitor them in real time because indeed we've seen those gaps within the operational area. And indeed, if the police, MTCD, also were taking on these challenges, because indeed, according to the airline, possession of valid roadworthy is not enough. The car must be fit and proper. And so any vehicle, even though you have a valid roadworthy, if at any point in time the vehicle does not meet the standard, indeed, they are supposed to be revoked.
Which vehicle meets the standard? What do you look out for to say that this vehicle has met the standard, so it has to be on the road?
That is what I'm explaining. According to the airline, possession of a valid roadworthy is not enough. The car must be fit and proper. And I'm saying that this is the reason why enforcement is also to fill in the gap.
Mr. Baka, what I'm trying to find out from you, which vehicle do you describe as fit? Is it a vehicle that has good tires? Is it a vehicle that has good body? Is it a vehicle that in the seats in the vehicle are in good condition? Or what exactly do you consider as a vehicle in good condition and is fit to be on the road?
It's a combination of all of the things you said. For a vehicle to be fit, indeed the tires must be good, at least a minimum of 3 millimeter tread. Indeed, the body must not be exposed, the seats must not be exposed, the windscreens should not be exposed, among many other things that we inspect when the vehicle goes for roadworthy. And so it's a combination of all these things, that the engine should not be smoky visibly, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So,
okay, Mr. Baka, I just have one question to ask. And don't you think this should actually be looked at from a holistic point of view, not just DVLA, going after the car owners and asking them how worthy their cars are? Because a car can be worthy today and unworthy tomorrow just because of a bad road. So don't you think, while you are trying to enforce this, that they should also be looking at the roads? Because as a car owner, when the road is bad, I know how much I have to spend. As someone who has spoken to commercial drivers or even taxi drivers, it doesn't have to do with the commercial buses. Everybody complains about how much they have to spend when they have to replace parts of their cars. And those parts of the cars are what makes a car worthy, right?
Yes.
So how are you working together with those that are in charge of the roads?
I understand, my dear sister, where you are coming from. Indeed, the nature of the roads leaves much concern. But that cannot be a justifiable reason not to make sure that the car at least meets the minimum standard. Because remember, we are carrying human beings. And again, there are other agencies who also have their roles to play, like the road agencies and so on and so forth. We were set up to make sure that the vehicles that are on the road meet a certain standard. And so that is what the authority is set up to do, to pursue our mandate. We sympathize with the nature of the road, the drivers. We understand, indeed, all of us, we are part of it. We are affected one way or the other because we drive. As I'm talking to you, I'm on my way from Kumasi to Accra. I understand perfectly how the roads look like. But again, life is priceless. In as much as the roads don't give comfort, it is also very important that we make sure that we don't lose life. And that is why, at least, the minimum standard, the vehicle should meet the minimum standard, while we pursue the agenda of making sure that the roads too are in shape. So you can't do one and leave the other. I agree.
Right.
Have you effected any arrest now that it has to be in collaboration with the MTTD? Per what you know, have you effected any arrest as to individuals who are on the road, or vehicle owners or drivers who are on the road with rickety vehicles. For that reason, they have to be arrested and paid the fine.
A lot. In fact, I don't have those details, but our compliance and enforcement unit, a whole lot of arrests are made, and people's cars. Indeed, when you are apprehended, either you undertake the activity, because immediately we suspend your roadworthy and other covering the car, and then you'll be made to go and fix. And they go on the road 3 to 4 times in a week. Indeed, the chief executive has said he's even going to upscale it so that they will be there every day. And so once they do, there are a lot of arrests that has been done. I'm sure later I can share that data with you, what the compliance and enforcement and the number of people they've apprehended and the kind of challenges that they have asked them to.
Going forward, is there any collaboration with the driver unions to ask their members to put their vehicles in good shape?
So that is why, yes, indeed, we have collaboration with them to bring education to their doorsteps. And so periodically, our teams go around. Indeed, even this week, our chief executive launched what we call the bus terminal project, where we will visit the bus stations, among other things, ensure that their services are rendered at the station for them, and as well as educate them on the right things to do regarding their documents, so that you don't fall foul of the law. And so, yes, that collaboration exists.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you've set off. You said you're on the Kumasi Accra road, so
Yes.
The line is breaking a bit. But before we allow you go, what will be your word to people driving on the stretch this weekend to for events and all that, looking at the fact that the road condition and also their vehicle condition? As the manager for the vehicle inspection and registration for DVLA, a word from your outfit to drivers or people who apply major roads to events this weekend.
I advise them is that indeed we don't know the state of our route now. That doesn't mean that we should arrive. We should avoid drunk, especially when people who
Sorry, I think we are losing him, his line. But that's okay. I think point well made. That is Amos Abaka. He is the manager at Vehicle Inspection and Registration at DVLA. He has said what the outfit is doing about this. Chris also posed the question to him, asking of the nature of the road, looking at the vehicle that is plying in the road and all that. But he said that though the roads, I think the roads like is constant. If it's not, if it's in a very bad state, you should try and work around your vehicle and see how well, because it's life that is in that vehicle. And as soon as a vehicle brake fails, recently we had a similar one that broke into the house of a former president.
Yes.
President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So why will it happen like that? Because maybe there wasn't much maintenance concerning the brake, and maybe the driver will be like, oh, let me just go to Labadi and come. When I come, I'll get it fixed. Or let me just pick people from Circle and take them to Osu. Let me just be fast around it. Or let me just do this last one. So you don't get time to fix the vehicle or to put the vehicle in a very good condition. So imagine if the vehicle was full with passengers and it's bashed into the abode of the former president. What would we have had? Casualties, injuries, even the driver risking his life and all that. We shouldn't take certain things for granted. We should really be very concerned about our safety. I always say I have been a victim of road accidents before. So I was driving, I got to Akuko Photo. I don't know if you know the around Dansoman, initiated a curve towards Ave Maria Road. Then I just used a particular ramp and my brake failed.
Oh wow, just like that.
My brake failed, and from Akoko Photo to Ave Maria, if you've used the road, it's a steep slope. And I was going, the vehicle was moving. I had to say my last prayer. Because as soon as you get to the junction of
Yeah,
Ave Maria,
all the
you don't
cars
know the
from
vehicle
right,
that is
yeah.
coming, whether it's a big vehicle or not. Fortunately, I don't know what happened. Just had to turn the steering wheel, and maybe God help me. The vehicle jumped a gutter.
Oh, so that's what stopped it.
Yes, and got hit into a microfinance wall, and the vehicle got stuck. Ever since, I don't joke with my brakes. If I feel there is a little problem, I'll get it resolved. Because I have been a victim of it before. So if maybe you'd have to really take these things into consideration. We have a caller on the line. Good morning, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Boedi.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah, like I want to ask the man who left the DVLA. That's what they call it, the DVLA. What is the meaning of DVLA? And then what are they using the money for? Because we know that, as he was saying, that it's not a matter of the distance, what they call it, the road bad. You see, when you have a car and then you are riding and then the road is no good, if you maintain it today, tomorrow it will spoil. And you go and buy what they call the spare parts with a high price. So if they are doing all these things, they have to put together and then see that the road is good for the drivers to work on it, so that all those things will not happen.
Okay, thank
And
you.
two,
I think his point has been well made. Drivers and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, and if they are giving the license, they should ensure that you have the qualification to move the vehicle, and also checking the condition of the vehicle and all that. But Chris, the long and short of the thing is, we have to prioritize what we drive.
Yeah.
We have to prioritize our life. The driver, you have to prioritize the passengers in your vehicle, because it's not like when an issue happens to, say, a doctor is an individual who is going to die. Even that is very pathetic. But this is a vehicle.
Right.
About 5, 10,
True.
15 people can pass on.
Anyway, we have a caller from Tamale. Hi, Samad.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining. And can you share your own experience?
Yes, this Abdul Samad, but I'm speaking from Tamale.
Right.
My challenge in Tamale has to do with the tricycle riders. Those who are taking passengers. Yes, most of them, almost 90 or 99% of them, doesn't have the skills to drive on the streets. And 99.9% of them doesn't have a license to drive on the streets. So most of them just drive anyhow on the streets. And you see, there will be a time, a particular week or a particular day, that you will see the MTTU together with the DVLA. They will find a particular spot, a hidden spot, let me just use that word, a particular spot, taking charges or just arresting vehicles, allowing, when they arrest vehicles, but they allow those tricycles to be going. Instead of them to arrest them or just to take charge of them, to ask them whether they are licensed or they have a requisite knowledge about what they are riding of. But they just allow them to be driving or riding anyhow in town. You see, sometimes you'll be riding or you'll be driving your motorbike or you'll be driving your car, and some of them will just recklessly just come and spark off your car. You see, so it will be very good that the DVLA should take charge of the tricycle riders. They should license them. And I know, I know in Accra, a trot driver, or a trot driver nor Okada rider will not be allowed to be on the street without having a license or without licensing the motorbike that the person is riding off.
All right.
But I don't know why that they just DVLA allows people to be, especially those tricycle drivers, to be driving in-house in town. Instead of them to call them to order to train them, they just allow them.
Right.
So I'm putting this appeal to DVLA and MTTU to train them. and to license their vehicles. I think that will help us.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we have a number of messages.
All right, so I'm going to be starting. Greetings, Channel 1. My name is Abdul Hafiz Elon from Accra, Nima. I'm bringing up some points about Ghanaian roads and issues concerning sprinters. Those are minibuses used for transport. The condition of the roads in Ghana needs improvement for safer travel because potholes and bad surfaces affect vehicles and passenger comfort. Car owners should ensure Sprinter engines are well maintained for safety and efficiency. Also, car owners should take it easy on drivers and mates working under them. Lowering the rates of taxes collected on car owners could help ease financial burdens. I once booked a Sprinter to school and ended up staining my school uniform inside the vehicle on the bumpy ride. It was quite an experience. The Minister of Transport and the government need to work on improving Ghanaian roads for safety transport. Better roads would help vehicles last longer and make travel comfortable.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. We need better roads. We don't need roads like Ofanko and Soham Highway. When you use that road, you definitely have to take your vehicle to the mechanic, or you would have to just park the vehicle.
Yeah.
A caller from Kotobabi. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear from you. Your name?
My name is Sengo.
Okay, Sengo, let's hear from you.
Yeah. Good morning, Chairman. Yeah, my name is Tango.
Tango, please, can you reduce the volume of your TV set? It's sort of like interrupting with your conversation.
All right.
Don't listen to yourself.
All right.
I think it's okay now.
All right, so go ahead.
Please, my contribution is that, you see, in Ghana,
Sorry, we would have to let Sengo go because he was listening to himself. But you were reading some of the messages, a number of them. This one is good morning. I'm Joshua from Kwabenya. Please, I boarded a trotro and a metal tore my shirt. I told the mate that they should fix their vehicle properly, and they started apologizing. Sorry. Secondly, some of these vehicles take different transport fares, and when you talk, they insult you. For instance, if you bought 10 cedis, if you bought 10 cedis as the usual fare, they would charge 15 cedis another time. So he's referring to transport owners or the drivers charging different transport fares at different times. Well, I'm sure during peak hours they charge more because looking at the condition of the roads and all that. But if the road is in a very good state, certainly they wouldn't be charging that amount. But then again, the authorities must have to check what really goes into it when it comes to the charging of fares. This one says, the drivers and car owners should think about the people who are sitting in the cars because, well, a number of messages coming up. But, Chris, you know, we are still mourning. Ghana is still grieving following the passing of the 8 gallant men. We will move to the presidency now, the Jubilee House, where we understand some wreathing activities ongoing or flowers are being laid at where the incident has happened or where the presidency is. Let's bring you that feed now.
At the cross, they are done at the cross. Enter.
Please. Hold on. Relax. Calm down. Relax.
This is a national tragedy. And yesterday, on behalf of the Judicial Service and the Judiciary, I released a statement of condolence to His Excellency the President, the government and the people, and the bereaved families. Now we are here to commiserate with the President by laying our flowers. And as I said yesterday in my statement, which was actually repeated by the President in his somber address to the people, these gallant men died in the course of duty. And so we should forge ahead in national unity and not politicize their deaths. We should all have recourse to their legacy they left behind and then serve our nations to the best of our ability. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Among many other things, has indicated that.
Oh.
So that is Justice Bafo-Boni there speaking to the media. Just that we had to move straight to the presidency and bring you that live. Every individual is moving to the presidency, that is the Jubilee House, to lay their wreath or probably place a flower there in respect of the 8 gallant men that passed on in their line of duty. As you can see on your screen there, a number of people are moving there. Yesterday there was the candle light ceremony that was done at the presidency, just to give people the chance to pay their last respect to these fallen heroes. So not long ago we saw Justice Bafo-Boni who addressed the media. He spoke to the media about what he makes of the fallen heroes, and also we understand that members from the judicial service or the judiciary have also moved in there to place their wreath and all that. We will bring in you updates on what will be happening at these grounds, as we also talk about other issues here on Channel 1 TV, and also get informed concerning the development from the presidency, from the government, from the homes of the fallen heroes, from every corner of the country, once it has to do with this tragic incident that happened on August 6th. Chris?
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
But it's a sad situation, and I know people are just going to keep going around the Jubilee House today. So if you want to share your last respect, I mean, you can also go there and drop a flower and pay your last respect to these fallen heroes.
It was just a quick switch that we were talking about transport and all of a sudden road crashes and all that, then we had to move to this place. But we'll bring you more on the show. Let's go for this quick break, commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you more on Breakfast Daily. Stay with us.
One-stop shopping destination for all things made in Ghana, eager to experience a remarkable fair that showcases the richness, creativity, and innovation behind Ghanaian products and services? Then get ready for the This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. The This is Ghana Exhibition highlights the brilliance of Ghanaian entrepreneurs, artisans, and businesses who continue to shape the narrative of homegrown excellence. This is Ghana's biggest trade fair and exhibition, bringing together SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing sectors, indigenous corporate bodies, and local creatives in one exciting space. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025. Come explore, engage, and be inspired by the businesses and brands that are redefining made in Ghana across every sector. The dates, Saturday the 6th and Sunday the 7th of September 2025. Time is 10 a.m. through till 5 p.m. each day. The venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. For enquiries or participation details, call us on 0205 973 973. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by MTN, EcoBank, and Side Hassle. Accra High School announces Founders Day 2025. We are delighted to invite you to our annual Founders Day celebration themed Trailblazing Education, Private Initiatives, Breaking Barriers in Ghana's Post-Basic Education. Join us on Sunday, 17th of August 2025 at 11 a.m. at the school forecourt as we honor our founders and celebrate innovative efforts shaping the future of education in Ghana. We look forward to your presence as we reflect on our journey and explore new avenues for progress. Our guest speaker is Onukba Peter Yao Bosruchi and our chairman is Onukba Daniel Ni Otokuno Saki. Don't forget, it's Sunday, 17th of August 2025 at 11 a.m. at the school forecourt. See you there. Redimentis Opportunitatem.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebaut. How Zebaut there? Zebaut won Chaboke Walako.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me.
Moria Piki, Piki.
Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Want the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama, catch the excitement every Friday.
right, Joe, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily, and right now it's time for us to talk entertainment. And joining us is Fifi from Ghana Weekend.
Hello, guys.
How are you, Fifi?
I'm well. I don't know if it's still right to call whatever we're going to talk about entertainment news, because it's been quite a heavy atmosphere throughout this week. So, I mean, we'll still talk about it anyways.
What do you have for us?
You know, it's only right that celebrities who depend on the energies of fellow Ghanaians sympathize with them when they are down. And so celebrities have been offering heartfelt condolences to victims of the helicopter crash, for the likes of Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, Mr. Drew, Olive the Boy. You know, everyone has been affected. And so it's only right that they depend on our energies to work. You get it? If you are vibely, they're able to release their songs and all of that. Some have even had to postpone their music release dates and all that in a bit to sympathize with family, loved ones, and the country at large. So yeah, I'm going to read a few of these messages. The first one is from Stonebwoy. Now, he says, just a minute.
So where did he actually post it? Was it on X?
Twitter.
Or,
On X.
Or it was on Facebook?
Now, his message was to Honorable Mutala. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Fly away home, diligent servant of Mother Ghana, Minister for Environment, Sciences and Technology. The pilot and other members involved in this gory accident with a crying emoji. Yeah, and then broken heart as well. Sarkodie also tweeted, this is so hard to, God rest their souls and strength to their families. #tragic.
But there's actually another one too that we just saw on X right now. That was from Sarkodie.
Yeah.
So that means Sarkodie tweeted more.
Yeah,
than
he's quite a number of tweets. And then there was one he made regarding those who were posting gory and then charred videos of the victims of the helicopter crash. You know, it's not right to put some of these things out there. You know, let's give respect to the families, the loved ones, and those who have passed away as well.
So like what is on the screen is like wanting to
be the first to get exclusive, all in the name of content, can make you inhumane. Be human first. And I think it's only
the
right.
Communications Ministry also sends messages across asking people to delete the footages and the pictures.
And it's not right at all. People think using viewer discretion is advised, justifies it. But no, even on TV, we don't show such videos and images. And so it's not right to put it out there on social media. Now, blogger Kobiche also tweeted at the incident. He says, this is so hard to believe and accept. My deepest condolences to the family. Now, Cheddar's one is quite a lengthy one. I'm going to read a excerpt of it. He says, today is Black Wednesday in the heart of Ghana. With profound sadness and an aching heart, I extend my deepest and most sincere condolences to the family of those who perished in the tragic plane crash that has shaken our nation. Ghana has lost more than lives. We have lost leaders, servants, and patriots. Among the deceased are some of our nation's most dedicated public figures, and he goes on to say their names and offer sympathizing messages to the family. And to me, it's taking a toll on the entire nation. You can tell every sector, every industry has been affected because the energy of the country at large is down as it stands. So yeah, we are still praying God helps the family to come out of this. And then, you know, the president also directed that all government businesses be put to halt for 3 days to mourn those who have passed away in this helicopter crash. So following that, Dadilumba was supposed to have, there was supposed to be a vigil for Dadilumba in Kumasi, like it was done here in Accra. But because of the directive from the presidency, that has also had to be postponed indefinitely. So the Creative Arts Agency released a statement, postponing it indefinitely until at least the president directs that things go back to being normal. Yeah.
So like we can see on the screen,
Yeah.
the Creative Arts Agency announces to the indefinite postponement of the national candlelight vigil in honor of the late Charles Kojofosu.
Yeah. Originally scheduled to take place in Kumasi.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
The decision follows the directive of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama declaring 3 days of national mourning from 7th to 9th August 2025 in memory of the 8 individuals who tragically lost their lives in the helicopter crash at Adansi on 6th August 2025. I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
They're also obeying the President's directive to also honor the fallen heroes.
I mean, if the head of government is affected, it's only right that all of its subordinates also follow suit. But lastly, before we go, Kwesi Arthur has been off the scene for some time now. He's finally back with some new music with Can Promise. He calls it Real Thing. Yeah, he's now a lover boy in the song. It was released yesterday. Yeah, and the song has been.
But why has
waves.
Kwesi taken off his threat?
I think it's growth, They get to a point where they feel like they no longer want to be the version they started with.
Oh, okay.
There's been
tomorrow, 9th August 2025, is at 5 p.m. The nation would gather at the forecourts of the State House. The nation would gather at the forecourts of the State House for an evening of reflection and memorial in honor of the departed colleagues, and also books of condolence have been opened, or rather will be opened simultaneously at the Ministry of Defense, the Environment Ministry, Foreign Affairs Ministry, Ghana Armed Forces Headquarters, the National Democratic Congress Headquarters, and the head office of NADMO from Sunday, 10th August 2025 to Thursday, 14th August 2025. So you would want to be monitoring these events this weekend. And next week, Friday, 15th August 2025, an interdenominational state funeral will be held for the 8 heroes at the Black Star Square. Again, tomorrow is the aptitude test for the literacy challenge. 50 contestants, they have made it through to the next stage, that is level 2. So you would also be catching a feel of it here on our network at Channel 1 TV. We will be bringing you updates on what will be happening at the British Council exactly from 12 noon.
Right. So to all the parents and all the teachers who are in charge of bringing these contestants, because I'm sure some of these contestants are probably in school or, playing somewhere right now, or might not even be watching this. If you're watching this, please note that you need to be there before 12 noon. You need to be there before 12 noon. It actually starts exactly at 12. And so, yeah, we've given you ample time for you to be there. So do not miss it for anything, all right? So that's the level 2 of the literacy challenge, and it's going to be a written aptitude test. Yeah.
Well, that's how we end today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. I am Philip Nilate. We started with Nana Tufo Boatin.
And my name is Chris Carter.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep watching Channel 1 TV, and see you again next time.
Bless